Hey, good morning, Brenda. Morning, Jim. Jim, any word at all on that on selling that drone? Hey, good morning, Brenda. Morning, Jim. Jim, any word at all on that on selling that drone? Yeah, I got to do something pretty quick because it's got to go. It's got to go. Brenda, did you see my Viking Octanus I got at sunrise this morning? Are you getting feedback now, Jim? I don't think so. I think it was I started out with the speaker on YouTube. Should be good now, I would think. Okay, I'm gonna play it for you guys here. Got that at about 6 o'clock this morning. Got one little snit's coming up to it. Just about there. See how it jumped down? I didn't do that. Yeah, I'm trying to pull the chat back up, everybody. Okay, here we go. Here comes Justin. Hello, Justin. How are you this morning? I'm
I'm
trying
all
to
right.
pull the chat back up, everybody. Okay, here we go. Here comes Justin. Just a minute, I got to get rid of that other bullshit.
Hello, Brenda, Jim, Dusty.
Hello, Justin. How are you this morning? Okay, I think I got it now. Okay, I think we're good to go. I think. About the time you think you got it, you don't, you know?
Get my freaking room cleaned up. It's fucking trash. It's bothering me. Vacuum.
Okay, Brenda, I understand.
Oh, you're good, Dusty. All right. No big deal. Oh man.
That's okay. Yep, not a problem. Everybody has days like that.
Oh man. Sarah doesn't like the fedora I bought.
She doesn't what?
Like the fedora I bought. I told her I was
Oh.
gonna get a fedora since I got that suit. She was like, "Yeah, you look stupid in it," so I bought one anyway.
Yeah, you don't do what your wife says, get yourself in trouble.
What's up, yo?
Not much.
Hey, Joe, how's it go?
Doing all right?
Okay. Let Tyson lick it.
Tyson and Bo are eating a peanut butter pup cup ice cream for dogs. Tyson is going ape shit on it.
What was that you said?
I said the dogs are eating Bo and Tyson. Sarah got them some of those peanut butter pup cups. They got the
Okay.
ice cream in them. It's made
Yeah.
for dogs. And
Wow.
Tyson's over there going ape shit on that thing.
Yeah, mine go crazy over the frozen fruit. They'll be sitting there fighting me for it. And then when I make a salad, they fight me over the red cabbage and the lettuce. The lettuce that's got the hard ends, like
Yeah,
they'll
Dusty,
sit there, eat it all day.
I got some prescription uh um anyway, allergy medicine I just took because I've had like a continuous headache for like the last 4 days and annoying the crap out of me. I think it's from my allergies because like none of the headache medicine I normally use is working.
And my green car is yellow from pollen all
And I've
over the
been
place.
and I've been feeling a little stuffy but not sick, you know.
See, we got Brenda, Jim, JDS, Dusty. Who else?
So I'm seeing if me taking that allergy medicine today is prescription Zyrtec. It will see if my headache goes away or helps with it. Because I've been taking Excedrin like crazy the last 4 days and it ain't fucking helping at all.
What's up, Ed?
Morning. Morning, guys.
How you doing?
Good, good. Good morning, everybody in the panel and on the chat.
So what's on your agenda today, Joe?
That second day of the poker run.
Oh,
Yeah, they're gonna start getting there around 11, so I'll be out there for about 10:30. I'm gonna go out by the lighthouse because that way I can catch the boats coming in, and they're still coming in, speeding in, you know.
Sure.
And I've got four Mavic or 3 batteries charged up, and I'm gonna bring the Avata with me also, the Avata 2, because last year I did the Avata 2 and I could stay lower, but I want to take the Mavic 3 and throw it in sport mode and chase them coming in.
Nice.
I can chase them coming in to where they slow down, and when they slow down, then I can get in front of them and do an orbit around them and go back out and get another one.
Oh, yeah.
And that way, if they got 4 or 5 girls in there in bikinis, they'll all be waving at me. So I'll tell you, a lot of the boats yesterday had them in bikinis. Now today, the bad part about it is we're overcast. We've been raining, and it's supposed to clear up. So I'm hoping it's going to clear up by then.
Hey, what's the temperature down there?
68 right now.
Yeah, that's not bikini weather, especially with the rain.
Oh, they'll be in the bikinis. Don't have to worry about that. That's the thing. When they're getting these poker runs, the boat usually has 2 or 3 guys in it and about 8 girls in the boats in bikinis because they want to be in the boats, you know.
Ah,
It's supposed to get into the 80s today, so it's going to get there.
Here it is.
Yeah, the rain's getting out of here now. The clouds are back to about Baton Rouge. So I'm trying to see 11 a.m. They're saying 80 degrees at 11 o'clock. So that's going to be better. And it's going to be like 11 to 1 o'clock. That's when they're going to be about 2 hours. They're going to be coming through. And then tomorrow's day 3. There's 3 days of it. Tomorrow's supposed to be a beautiful day. So I'll probably go out and shoot some more tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Tyson just tried to snap at me a second ago, and I tried to grab his pup cup. I put my face right down next to him. I said, "Fucking do it again. Do it again." He just looked at me. He's like, "I don't want to fucking play that."
Like Loki yesterday, I was petting him, and when I get down around the back, I start rubbing his back, he started growling. And I grabbed him by the throat and I said, "Listen to me." Listen to me. I said, "I'm good to you. But quit that growling shit."
Bo
It's
snapped
just
at
like
me.
a little.
Bo snapped at me one time, and I ripped him off the bed, and I whooped his ass, and he never did it after again. I don't put up with that. If you snap at me, I'm gonna show you the alpha. I don't give a shit.
Now the one that'll still show me her teeth when she gets pissed is Cleo. She'll reach over there and just show me the end. She go, just lift the lip up and show me her teeth.
There
I
was
said,
one
"You
of
see
this,
that too? I'll
this
take him
guy
out."
on. There was this guy online. I was watching a video of him, and his dog was growling at him, and he just stood over him, and he just roar, roar, roar as loud as he could, and the fucking dog went down straight to the ground.
Oh no. And the only one that I'm worried that would bite would be Loki. And that's because I haven't had him all the time and he was mistreated, you know. So it's like I think he would defend himself if he thought he was being hurt. You know, it's like, oh, if you tried to hurt him, I think he'd defend himself. Now, Cleo, when she was she was about 6 months old, was sound asleep, and I reached over and barely touched her, and she turned around and snapped and grabbed my finger. Now that was all my fault because she was knocked out and she didn't know what was touching her, you know. But that was the last time she's ever done that.
Oh no, Tyson, I just got like right in his face. I was like a centimeter from his face. I said, fucking do it again. Do it. He just looked at me.
Yeah, I've got forehead to forehead with Loki before. I've got my forehead on his and got his eyes right next to mine, and we had a long talk one day.
Well, dogs are pack animals at the end of the day. If you don't take control, they'll walk all over you.
Oh, you're right.
And they will get aggressive if you let them too.
No, they'll be aggressive quick.
I'll put
Like I
up with
told
that.
you,
If my dogs, I better be able to reach my hand in their bowl when they're eating.
oh yeah,
They snap at me and it's going to be done.
I did that this morning with Cleo. I gave her a little treat in the morning. 'Cause I walk in here and I start making my breakfast. And I give her a little treat, and I walked over, gave it to her. She got it, and I took it out of her mouth. I said, never mind, I want this." And she looked up at me, and I gave it back to her, and she started to eat. I took it back out of her mouth. But I do that with them periodically so that they know I'm gonna do it. And she just looks at me like, "Can I have it back, please?" But she knows not to try to get it back. But you see, like like I said, my cousin's German Shepherd Max. He died a couple of years ago. But Max, when I walked into the house and he was like 6 months old, and he ran over and he hit me with his paw, and he grabbed my hand with his mouth playing, and I grabbed him, just rolled him upside down on the ground with my hand still in his mouth, and I got down on right by next to his face, and I said, "Stop it! You don't grab my hand like this. You come over here and listen." I took my hand out of his mouth, and I said, and I held him down. He was whimpering. I said, "You do not come over here and bite me like that. You don't play like that with me." And my cousin said, "What are you doing to my dog? He's whimpering." I said, "I'm teaching him something." And when I let him go, ever since that point, I go sit at the house. He'd walk over and put his head on me. But he knew not to do stuff like that with me.
For Black River and CS Austin Avalanche gave 0
But Max was a cool dog. I didn't see him that much, but he was a cool dog.
down on the wiper.
That's like Bo. He's a big ass dog and he turns into a big baby during thunderstorms. He has to be under my feet the whole time. Yeah, I'm the only person he comes to when he's scared. He'll hide underneath me. He has to be right at my feet.
Midnight last night, we had thunderstorms come through, and I heard the thunder, and I saw a flash, and I heard the thunder. And usually, all of them will come next to the side of my bed. I looked down there; they were still under the bed. They didn't give a damn. I don't know
Bo
what the
goes,
difference was last night.
Hello,
Yeah,
Donald.
if I'm not home, Bo hides under the bed. I'll come home and he'll be up under the bed hiding. He doesn't
Donald.
like thunderstorms.
Morning, Don.
But you see,
Morning.
if that Google thing says lightning has been detected in your area, they're right next to me. As soon as they hear it.
Morning, Lance.
Lance, what's up? I went to bed at 9 o'clock last night.
Donald is still experiencing technical difficulties.
9 o'clock. That was early, Joe.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't go to bed until like 2:30. Well, I didn't get home until like 12:30.
Well, I woke up at 12:30 when the lightning hit. Turned over, went back to sleep. Woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Wanted to know what time it was. Just rolled over, went back to sleep. Got up at 6 o'clock this morning. 7 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, I went to bed.
That was 10 hours.
I went to bed at like 11:30 last night. I was fucking tired. Because I didn't take a nap or anything yesterday. So if I would have stayed up till 4 o'clock, I'd have been up 24 hours.
Yeah, my dogs don't like fireworks. That's the one thing they don't like.
Yeah, but
When they get around here and start shooting all the fireworks, there's more people shooting them off now. It's like a freaking war zone. They
I
do
said
not
that.
like fireworks.
Tyson don't care about fireworks or thunderstorms. He could be out in the yard and a firework go off. He'll just stand there. He don't care. Bo don't. He fucking.
Yeah, Mia was
freaks out.
that way. I don't know how about Boone, but I don't think Boone's that way either because I've had a couple of thunderstorms go through here, and he just kind of like just okay, whatever. But I do know if I start up a lawnmower or something outside, he goes crazy. I have to put him in the house.
He's what they do.
He's got that attitude. No, 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 no.
Donald looks confused. Trying to
Well, he
figure out.
hasn't got his microphone's not working. I don't know what.
That's what he's trying to figure out, I think.
Yeah. Well, Donald, didn't you get a new microphone recently?
Donald's got like fucking tons of different microphones.
Well, we still can't hear you, Donald.
Yeah, we
so
can't
I
hear
don't
you.
know. Yeah, no, we can't use there. No, wait a minute. No,
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 no.
you're
It-
unmuted, but you're
It
not.
says you're
Oh, no
unmuted,
sound.
but it doesn't. We can't hear you.
How about now?
oh,
Yes.
now we can, yeah.
Yeah, it's because now he's talking.
Because we were watching you for several minutes, going, "What the hell?"
That is weird because I had the microphone in the Zoom here set for the DJI Mic Mini, and I had that identified as the right one, and I just selected same as system, which is the same Mic Mini. So I don't know.
Well, you're working now. So anything you wanted to tell us 5 minutes ago, go ahead.
You already forgot.
I was gonna say I went to sleep at midnight, woke up at 5, woke up at 7. Laid in bed until 8. Well, actually, until about 7:30. Then I got up, made some
Let me
coffee.
guess. Let me guess. You woke up at 5, you went pee, and then you went back to bed.
No, I woke up at 5, went pee, and then woke up at 8 and got out of bed.
Oh. Well, no, you still got to get
Did
out
you
of
pee
bed.
in bed? That's what you said?
Yeah.
That's the joke.
Unless you have
it all,
those,
it all depends.
yeah, unless you have the D-pads, yeah.
Or a bedpan. Yeah.
Okay. I'm making a shot list right now. I have a couple clients. I'm trying to stop doing video, doing commercial work because it just, with my other job and doing commercials, I'm too tired. But I keep getting checks, and checks are really nice for buying toys.
Well, if you don't want your checks, you can send it this way.
No, I would like to have the check without the
Right.
work.
Yeah, he wants the checks. He just don't want the work.
I don't make enough money at doing the commercial production to live off of, but my other job is fine, and the commercial production lets me buy new toys. If I do this job, I'll be able to justify buying the Insta360 X5. But we had a client that I shot for a few months ago, and they had signage for it's a car lot, and they had signage for a warranty for everything, and they decided to get rid of that. Yeah, but you had signs all over the outside of your building and on all your cars. You had all these signage. It's like, I'm gonna have to reshoot all your exteriors. If you can't just edit that, no. You can't just. Yeah, the
Yeah,
X5
some
would be too
people
heavy
have-
for the Avata, Lance. but the X5 would not be too heavy to put on a selfie stick over the top of my dune buggy and get like a GTA 5 perspective of my buggy driving down the road.
Drinking enough while you're working, Dusty? Drinking Gatorade and water? Working in the heat, definitely want those two. I've been drinking a lot more Gatorade while I'm at work.
Yep.
I'm gonna stay hydrated.
Yep. And you don't want to just drink straight water. You have to replace those electrolytes.
Okay, Joe, I'm going to show you. I had a little glitch again this morning. It's coming up, coming up. Boom! I didn't
right
do
there.
that.
Go back again.
Looks like the gimbal just jumped a little bit.
You don't have no towels?
Oh, they're downstairs.
You went too far. You're drawing up something on there. You're not
Yeah, I
using
know.
it.
I'm trying to get out of here. Stop share. Share screen out. Share it again. Here we go.
And just leave it run. Yeah, the gimbal dropped, but you sure you didn't touch the wheel or anything, huh?
No, no. And in fact,
No,
Okay.
that was a pretty sudden drop. I don't think that was from him.
Yeah.
and
was
the
really
other
quick.
thing too is see how I got nervous about getting it away from the ship because it started going towards the ship and I was left sticking it to get it away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could tell it was going in.
No, because if he would have touched the wheel, it would have been a more gradual drop. That was really
Yeah,
sudden.
you're looking at that, but going towards the ship, it could be you doing that.
No,
Look how
I
close
got
he gets after that.
left
Look,
stick, left stick, left stick.
look
Then
how
it
close
goes
But
he
what I'm
gets.
saying, did you have your hand on the right stick? It doesn't take much to move it.
No, I did not.
I just don't think that was the wheel though from the camera because that was a really
Bye.
fast drop.
And it seems like the gimbal might be getting ready to go bad on it.
God, don't tell him that. I don't know. What do you think, Donald?
See, when it drops, he starts going towards the boat. See?
Yep. It's like I'm losing control. It's just leveling out.
Yeah, I think that was too sudden for it to be the wheel.
Yeah, but the gimbal and the going towards the boat
Because-
shouldn't be anything together.
The only way for it to move that fast would he'd have to have that gimbal speed set really high, and it would have
Yeah.
moved a lot more than that. I mean, that was just a little flicker. Like a little flutter.
It may have reached the limit of its stabilization, and that was a reset on the stabilization.
Yeah, that's what it
How
looks like.
shaky? How shaky was your
The whole
Drone.
flight was smooth, and afterwards it was smooth.
Okay, the video is smooth. Yes, I get that. How shaky was your actual drone?
Well, it was windy and it was up in the wind.
hmm
Yeah,
That's what it looks like to me. Is your gimbal can only do so much to keep track, and if it hits its limit, it's going to have to reset somehow to center, and that looked like what it might have done.
Well, like I said too, if to move that quick, you would have had to have the gimbal speed set really high, and that even if he touched it for a second, it would have moved a lot farther. Than
No, that looks mechanical,
yeah, that was mechanical. That was.
and that's it. Might not be that, but that's what kind of what it looks like it did there. Is if it was
Yeah, it might
It could
not
have been
be.
anything. Could have also been a little piece of dust in there somewhere.
Skyfly says it looks like a signal drop for a second.
Paul, Joe, Justin,
Well,
Donald,
play that again.
Jim, Brenda,
Hang on a minute.
Dusty,
I took it off.
Joel,
Morning, Mark.
Lance.
Lance,
Ed.
you don't have a new Air 2S. He sold it.
Now, was this off of your controller? Recorded off your controller, or was
Well,
it
yeah, it's
off the card?
It's off the controller. The controller, it just seemed. I've had problems with the controller. Didn't seem right. Like when I gave it a left stick or whatever, it would hesitate and then it would go left, and it's just,
What did you look at the card footage
yeah.
off the Did you have that same issue
Oh
with
yeah,
that
yeah,
swap?
yeah. That same drop. Yep.
Okay, then it wouldn't be signal issue. Now I was trying to troubleshoot because he's like, yeah, it looks like a signal drop. I'm like, yeah, that could have been if you're just showing video from the controller, but if it
Well, isn't it set so that the gimbal drops when you're in heavy wind because it compensates that much that it can bring the frame into play?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If he was in high
Yeah.
wind, it was doing a lot of shaking. The gimbal can only basically do so much, and if it hits its limits, it's going to do a reset.
No, it's an automatic feature in the gimbal that
Right.
when it does do that, it actually.
That's awesome,
drops
Mark. Keep
itself
repeating
down
what I'm
so it
saying.
doesn't hit the frame. Yeah, it's all right. I didn't hear what you were saying because I was washing the car.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Is that the
Yeah.
gimbal can only stabilize to a certain point, and then it has to do a reset if it hits those limits.
Yeah.
I think it
So-
drops about 10 degrees or something.
Mark just explained it in a better way, though.
I'll be absolutely British. Afternoon, everybody.
David,
Hey, David,
Good
how you
afternoon,
doing?
Birdman.
I am excited. Happy.
what
Did
you
you
mean?
get your
Preston
dress?
won?
No,
You finally
gave-
got this.
we were 2-0 up and we drew 2-2, but Luton got absolutely smashed 5-3, so we stay up.
All right.
And that's all that matters on the last day of the season.
Don't know what the hell any of that means, but I trust you.
You gotta put your derby on.
He's saying his team didn't suck today.
His
Oh,
team
correct.
didn't get relegated. That's what it is.
It means poor little Blackpool will have to play in League One on their own again next season.
Well, I
He
just
says his
used
team didn't
me,
suck as much as they usually do.
What's up, Brenda?
I just used me.
That's the one, Joe. That is the one.
What's up,
I
Joel?
just used me battery operated.
But also, you were flying
jet
right.
washer.
That happened right when you're going in front of that ship, right?
Yeah.
You've had that issue a couple times, flying directly in front of the ship where you've had.
Well, the interesting part
issues.
about it is,
Because
Don,
they're-
is I went down up the river and caught the ship, came around the outside, and that was coming around. And when I'm coming around the front of the ship, it's like directly in front of me with my sitting there with the controller.
Right,
was the
but
wind
we've talked
blowing,
about this
though?
before, is that some of those ships have some pretty heavy transmission systems on them, radar, and flying right in front.
Well,
and you might be
especially
going right in front of those.
that cruise ship's got all kinds of, not only that, but it's got
Yeah, it's got Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi
You-
antennas on top and everything.
You might be coming in front of that ship and getting right into a lot of interference right there.
Could be.
Which way was the wind blowing?
Was coming out of the north.
That doesn't help. Was it
It's-
going the same
it's
way as the ship or the opposite?
Same way as the ship.
So when you turn around the front of it, you were heading into the wind then.
Yep.
Yeah.
That could.
And the
That's what it
wind-
probably was.
And the wind is pretty predictable there. It seems to always go that same direction. If you look at the flags a lot on the videos, they're always
Yeah,
way-
the wind normally and on a regular day is either coming out of the south or coming out of the north off the lake. And if you look at the bridges right there, that's like a funnel. It just gets more intense right there under the bridge.
Yeah, Paul said that on a normal day, it either comes out the south or the north.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we don't have very many west winds. We don't have very many east winds. It's either southerly or northerly.
Oh, look at
Where,
that
a
beautiful-
lot of people, oh, it's coming out of the southwest. It's coming out of the northwest. It's coming out of the east. It's nope. Not, and that's
Well,
not.
like when I lived in Southern California, most of the winds would always go eastward.
Yeah.
Well, here in Essex, it depends which direction Laura's ass is blowing.
Oh, I'm staying away from that. Bro.
Donald, that's a low below.
Yeah, that's what it's called, a low blow.
Yeah, wait till she's married and you start that shit. I got you, bitch.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be telling
Yeah,
them.
wait till she
Listen.
feeds you again.
Yeah, listen, I've got 6 months. I can throw in as many jokes as I want.
No, you're just building up ammo for after that 6 months.
She's gonna be feeding you beef and chicken and stuff that you
I
don't
don't-
even know about.
Yeah, I don't need to build up ammo. She's got enough.
So waiting for that paperwork to go through so you sign that insurance policy.
Sign this bitch.
Hey,
up.
Lance. Nice guy,
Sleep with 2 eyes
or
open.
Joel.
And make sure
I
you
don't
sleep
know.
with 2 eyes open.
If David's anything like me, it's hard to get. I can't get life insurance at all because of me
No.
diabetes with complications, so they don't give it.
Oh yeah, over here they're not allowed to. I don't think they're allowed to ding you for pre-existing conditions, right?
Yeah,
Depends on
they-
the company.
No, I don't think.
I'm not,
I
I'm
think
not, I
that's
don't want to go
illegal.
into too much detail, but there is a 100% chance of me not getting life insurance.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where I am, but the same.
Well, you can always get life insurance here with that $9.95 plan they got through one of those. They don't check your background or nothing.
Oh yeah, you can
Yeah.
get over 50s insurance. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I know.
I can't even get that.
You should be
So
because they don't take any medical things into account. Then.
Okay.
No,
Except
I'll
you're
tell
not
you why.
50.
I'll tell you why I won't get that.
You're not 50.
Yeah, there's that, and my life is literally just going about to get up and go. Bye, leaving the building. See ya.
okay, so from what I'm reading over here, they can't really
Oh, no, it's
disqualify
TJ.
you. What they can do is raise your premiums, and then they can cap you at how much insurance you can get.
Yeah.
So you can't pull out like $1 million life insurance policy on somebody that's about to die, but
Yeah.
they'll let you do like a 10,000. You know, there's a cap.
Yeah, the over 50s you can get up to 30,000, I think, something like that.
But from what I'm reading there, they can't completely disqualify you.
The problem with life insurance is, right, you don't know if it pays out.
Yeah, because you're dead.
Good morning, TJ.
Depends on whether you pretended you faked your death. That is true though. You don't know who got that money.
Well, you don't
Well-
know. You could take out, say, a £200,000 life insurance. You don't know if the insurance company, when it comes to pay out, goes, no. It was only 40,000.
Well, I was watching this thing on this. He was showing a grave. It was oh God, I can't think of his channel name
Hey,
now.
Frank.
But he was showing this guy's grave, and he's been dead for like over 100 years. But he still has an
Afternoon,
active
Jim.
bank account that his family runs,
Hey, Geordie.
and it pays for
DJ.
his grave site and his upkeep on his body. And he's in a glass coffin, so you can see him.
Wow.
Okay. I'm going to read the chat out for you guys, just so you're keeping up. So Jim says, hey, Joel. Giggle says, morning, everyone. Giggle says, Don. Giggle says, Justy. Giggle says, David. Giggle says, Ed. Jim says, TJ, hey, buddy. Giggles says, Mark, Captain Joe. Giggles says, yo, Jim. Giggles says, Paul.
Oh my God!
Skyfly says, Jim. Look, we've got to read the chat out. We've got to make sure it's all
Good
in
morning,
red.
Jim. Good morning,
Hey, Jim.
Frank.
Hey,
Oh,
Frank.
TJ
Hey,
said
Giggles.
hello to everyone and then named
Hey,
them.
Joel.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just a whole list of fucking names. Hi, Brenda. I could have been there for another 20 minutes.
TJ, you forgot once.
He didn't. It's says yo, Lance.
Yeah, he did. Shut up.
Yeah. And the most important one, hey, Precious.
Don't encourage him. No, he's not. TJ.
Joel says I am. Pack it in, Justin.
Well, I'm quite impressed with that battery operated jet washer. Just looks like an electric drill type of thing. It
David,
took 3 2-gallon buckets of water to wash the car. One to rinse it all off, one to snow foam it, and then one to rinse it off again.
David, just do me a favor. If you ever end up in an American prison, don't ever tell somebody to pack it in, because that's going to mean something else to them.
They'll pack it in all right.
I can assure you it probably mean the same over here.
You look awful pretty, boy. Pack it in.
They'll pack it in
Well,
all right.
I can assure you,
You're not
Right.
intimidated at all.
just like my life insurance, there is 0 chance of me going to jail in prison in America. Not a chance. No.
They'll have a lineup. This guy said pack it in.
He likes it. Well, I'm not going to get in that line then because I kind of like to struggle.
Oh, shit.
Don't worry, I've got longer. I can protect all gaps.
Quiet.
Oh, man.
Oh, did Lance ever tell you how beautiful it was in PNW?
What?
Pacific Northwest.
Oh.
TG even asked.
No, I didn't.
I know
didn't-
it is.
I haven't heard that. Did Lance ever mention that before?
I can't remember him ever mentioning it. I do remember him mentioning how beautiful his green screen looked.
Huh.
Couldn't pay me enough to live on the West Coast. Nope.
Yeah.
I don't want to live in either one of them 3 states.
You just saying that on the penis handle of America,
Precious.
like the prick that you are.
Oi.
That's right.
No.
The panhandle looks like a set of balls.
Come on, Lance, admit it. It's a green screen in the AI generated.
Now, if it was AI generated in the green screen, when you see Lance, it'd have two noses.
I don't know. Copilot did a good image today.
The AIs have gotten better at with like hands and shit. Their fingers and shit and putting hands backwards and stuff like they were. They've gotten better with that.
I'm going to be honest. I think Copilot's going to be my new image creator.
But see, now they've hit the more complex part of AI. Like I said, they've kind of hit this plateau where they've hit a really complex area of it. So now it went from like every 2 months it was doubling. It's about every 4 months.
So I asked Copilot to produce a picture of the football gods looking down at Preston, and this is what it gave.
Yeah, I saw that this morning.
That's pretty good for AI.
Yeah, it's definitely getting better. It's just remember when ChatGPT was like every 2 months, and now it's not doing that they're not doing it as quickly anymore. Because I think they're at the point of where AI is kind of at that peak of where now they're going into self-awareness type shit, and they're kind of not quite there yet. So they're digging at it a little bit at a time.
Don't you guys get tired of seeing AI though? AI images, AI audio.
I don't like
To be
AI.
honest, I'm not too fussed about the AI audio. You know, if it does a job, it does a job.
I don't like the
Oh, it hurts
voiceover.
my
Minute.
ears. Hurts my
I don't
ears.
like the AI voiceovers.
I don't
Those
like
are
the
annoying.
AI voiceovers.
Yeah,
No, they're as bad as the Americans. They can't pronounce half of the words.
Actually, I use Suno to do a song for my charity event, and it's done a really good job. So much so, it has been approved for Spotify.
I will admit I did do a Suno song for Fish Eyes snack bar. But I didn't let it write any of the words.
No, I didn't either. But if anybody wants to play around with Suno, yeah, if they make their own song, I can get Suno to produce it, and I'll send you the song with the rights.
how much are you paying a month for the monthly?
£7.50. £7.50.
That's not bad.
It's not bad considering I have monetary rights.
Yeah.
I can do exactly what I want with that song now. I can put it on Spotify. I can actually give it to an artist to reproduce.
I actually like the ChatGPT app. I downloaded that the other day or 2 days ago.
ChatGPT app.
Yeah,
You're breaking up, Justin.
Yeah,
me or-
yeah. No,
they have-
ChatGPT's trying to AI his voice out.
No, they have an app now you can download instead of going through a browser to get to it.
Interesting. I'm gonna look and see. I have a replacement iPad coming Monday or Tuesday.
And I got a new smartwatch last week, and it has ChatGPT built into it, which is pretty cool.
Which I'm gonna be happy having this new. My charging port, it still charges, but there's no data going in here, so I can't use my little SD hard drive to put footage on and edit and stuff like that. So my new one should be up and good. And let's see here, ChatGPT.
Well, Microsoft last night told me that
Yes, with their apps
they have
and-
blocked every program that can turn your Windows back to how you want it. Yeah. And I said, well, I'll find one. And the guy went, no, you won't. And just as he said it, I found one, installed it, it works. So hold my beer, look at this.
Start 11 works fine. But like I said, you have to pay for the
It
lifetime
does, but not
license.
on an ARM chip, which is this laptop's an ARM chip laptop, which I didn't know when I got it. Bastards. But I can't take it back, so I got a good deal on it.
Corey was
And,
telling me
and
about
also Laura's lurking for it.
Corey was telling me that AMD's coming out with new CPUs that have the integrated graphics will be complementary to like I think a 10 or 20 series card.
Yes, NVIDIA are working on the AI chip as well that's going to do the same. But the chips are a lot bigger. You'll definitely need a new motherboard.
Yeah, I don't know how well that's going to work though. I'm not going to be a first time user, I'll tell you that.
But the thing is, if it's good, then it'll be great because one, you're going to cut down the space need in your tower, and two, you're going to be able to cool down your graphics and your processor at the same time.
But at the same time, unless they can get that power up to like a 4090 series or at least a 30 series card, people
needs to be at
aren't
a
gonna wanna
30 at
use it.
least.
Like it'll be good for people that just want to do gaming and stuff, but anybody doing any kind of programming or anything aren't going to want to use
Well,
it.
it's supposed to be the AI is supposed to be able to generate code, the NVIDIA one.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Timing you.
Don, DJ said check your phone. He sent you a text message.
Yep, I'm looking right now. I'm trying to figure out.
He's trying to figure out what it was.
Yeah, he just sent me a screenshot of his apps and then has the Chat GPT circled, but I've already installed it. But thanks.
They did have it on the Apple Store.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on all of them.
Adam.
First warning.
Yeah, I already got it. And I've already got linked up to my Google account that I've used on the browser. So it's got all of my conversations, my history of
You know what,
conversations
Ed?
in there.
You know what, Ed? I'm in such a good mood today. I'm gonna fucking join you. Dana, 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 Dana.
Adam. Look what I started.
Now. Ow!
There you go. Okay, Joe, bring out the fireworks now. Pow, pow, pow.
Okay, I have my shot list made. I think I may actually take my drone and.
I'm sure I read somewhere that the Pink Panther tune is only 5 notes. For the whole series, you know, when he does all the different bits, like where he's walking and stuff.
No, it's gotta be more than 5 notes.
Yeah, it's going to cost at least a tenner.
Well, that's only 1 note. You can't get 5 notes in a tenner. You can only get 2 max.
Yeah, I've got a busy day scheduled. I've got to go get these shots. I can write my scripts, rewrite these scripts that I've got, have those ready for Monday. But I need to get these shots. Then I gotta climb up on the roof and fix some gutters. I have to pull screens off of the west side of the house. Every screen got destroyed in the hail storm the other day. So every screen on the west side of the house has to be replaced.
What about your car? How'd your car make through?
Yeah, I'm sure my truck's got some dents and dings, but it's a truck.
Okay, I actually got it slightly wrong. It's actually 7 notes with the odd eighth note in certain later episodes.
Then I gotta get the dune buggy out because I've
Yeah.
got an idea on fixing the carb.
Yeah, Joel, I wouldn't get a 3050. They had some problems with those ones going out after about a year of use. Those ones have been known to have a lot of failures. I would go with the 3060.
Okay, Lance approval. Part 107.
On this occasion, you know, because we know what Justin's computer advice is like, I have to agree with him.
I mean, it's true. I've seen a lot of people. I mean, you and Laura and other people have had issues with those, and a lot of the big tech channels have done videos about those cards having
Yeah.
failure
It's-
issues.
It's actually down to the drivers not powering the fans enough, so the graphics cards get a lot hotter quicker because the fans
Well,
don't kick in all the time.
Another issue they've had too is display ports failing on them. It hasn't just been that.
Well, yeah, because they get hot and the solder fucks up.
Solder.
They'd
Solder.
have to get, they'd have to get
Solder.
real hot to melt the solder.
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 Solder. Soda is a
Aluminum.
drink to drink.
And
No, that's a
actually,
solder.
It's solder.
Solder.
Let me look and see because I think the 36.
It comes from middle.
actually had some
It comes
good
from
deals.
Middle English, and it did not have an L in it. You guys changed it because you want to sound posh or something, but it doesn't work. It's solder.
Solder.
Yeah, it's
No.
solder.
It's not. It's how we have it. It's our language. Pack it in.
Nope. it may be, but it started out
Aluminum.
as solder, and you guys changed it.
But
No,
there's nothing to stop you guys fucking off to and using French.
So-
you
so
know,
we
don't
stuck-
mind.
We stuck. It's Middle English. We stuck with Middle English pronunciation.
Aluminum.
And this
Same
is a
solder
really
as a-
good deal right here.
just saying,
Joel.
saying solder has a totally different
cheaper
meaning
than
over
that.
here.
Anyway, it's solder.
It's
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
aluminum.
they're going for
Aluminum.
about 280 to 300, depending on.
You
where
can
go.
you can get cheaper than that, and don't go with that one because that's not a recognized brand. You want MSI or Asus.
Asus.
Aluminum.
Asus, because Asus actually give you a lifetime warranty. Doesn't matter what happens, they'll return, accept it back.
No, it's called Asus.
Asus, as us.
As us.
Asus.
Asus.
Aluminum.
Well, you get an
Aluminum.
automatic 3-year with NVIDIA right off the bat anyway, no matter which brand.
Yeah,
it
no.
is.
David,
If
not
the,
soda,
manufacturer.
it's solder.
We'll get them speaking correctly one of these days.
Ed,
No, we won't.
it's not Canada, it's Grenada. Pack it in.
Hey,
Puppet regime.
Oh, wait.
Have you seen the
Next.
the
When and how long?
3060 low power cards? They're only
No.
3 gig and they don't have
What
to be
time is
plugged
it?
into a power supply. They just run off the motherboard power.
Ah,
So
screw
for
that.
a little small compact, like just
we'll
basic,
set
if you
that
just wanted a
10
basic computer.
o'clock.
Yeah.
And they're little low power cards, so they don't have to plug into the power supply. It
We're
just
gonna
runs
set
off
that
the motherboard.
9:30.
But like I said, they're only like 3 or 4 gig cards. They're very small. Or no, I think they're 6 gig. Yeah, 6 gig cards.
Yeah, I do remember getting my first graphics card that had to have it plugged into the power supply, and I didn't check the wattage on the old one, and I plugged it in, and within 2 minutes I was like, "What's that smell?" Boom. That was the
Joel,
end of that one.
The 2 places I would check right now for good deals is I know Best Buy
Micro
had some,
Center has it for them.
Micro Center and Best Buy both had some pretty good deals going on. Micro Center does some really good deals. They'll do like a motherboard and RAM and a GPU all for like $600, you know.
Well, that's what they do. They do bundles, don't they? If you
Yeah.
buy one, it's slightly more expensive, but if you buy it as a bundle, they give you more and more discounts.
Oh, dude,
And this is why We don't care about your takeaways or anything else. We still want your micro centers over here.
Remember that monitor that Jason paid like $800 for, the first curved one he got before he went to the bigger one?
Yeah.
Was it the 49-inch or whatever? Micro Center was doing a deal for new customers, dude. You were able to get that thing for $600 out the door.
And if anyone from micro centers watching, right, this is the valid reason why you should come to the UK. We don't have tariffs with your importer of parts.
Micro Center is very particular about where they build their stores, though. Like they do a lot, like years and years of research where they decide.
Oh
to
yeah, I
put a
know.
store.
But because there's no computer stores over here anymore, I think it'd be good to.
We tried looking on Adorama, see if they've got any.
Another place to look, but their prices usually aren't that great as Newegg. But they tend to be sometimes higher on their stuff, but it doesn't hurt to look. Newegg's a very reputable PC
Yeah,
supplier.
I used Adorama to sell some of my camera gear the other day, but I don't like them much. I still used them.
Yeah, we have two computer part companies that are okay. One's CPC, but they seem to have disappeared a bit, and the other one's eBuyer.
Did you
Well-
end up looking at any rims yet, Donald, or you haven't gotten into that yet?
No, that's a next week dawn concern. Today is already filled up. I might look tonight, but I might just have my son set him a task. Say, hey, look for some new rims for that buggy.
Dude, I can't. I want to go down to Micro Center so bad, but the nearest one's in Miami. Like a fucking 4-hour drive.
Woo! Okay, I am approved for flight, and that starts pretty soon. So I'm gonna have to go, or else I'll overrun my
Oh my God.
Good
But
time.
not for cotton. Jesus Christ.
yeah, but not for cotton. Yeah.
Well, Mr. Don, you have fun flying.
Yeah. I might not fly much, but I think it'd be nice to.
I don't think you're
do a
going to
little.
fly at all. I think your drone might, but you won't.
No, it might. It's a nice day for it, but the car lot where I'm at, there's a lot of power lines above. It'll be a very, very. It's not gonna be a very high flight or anything like that. It'll be just maybe be a little half orbit down at street level. But something to get a little different perspective and move for the commercial. And then who knows? Maybe after I get through shooting the other location, I'll just take it and fly it somewhere on the other side of town. Keep me from coming back here and changing out
Here you go, Donald.
gutter supports and
You'll like this one, I think.
okay.
Oh, yeah, I've
yeah,
seen that one.
I love that one. I've seen it. And I wish it was real.
That car is actually real.
Is it? I thought it was
Yeah.
AI generated.
No, you can definitely get them that look like that, and you can open the front and get in.
Here, this is how you get a Micro Center, David.
Why? What car was it?
I think it's a Volkswagen, isn't it?
No. The ones that you open the front to get in, that was a
That was the Isetta,
Isetta. Yeah.
owned by BMW. The bubble car.
Yeah, but it didn't look like that. That looked inflated. That was
It might be real, but it's probably something somebody.
it'd be a custom
built.
job.
Yeah. It's probably like a fiberglass body or something somebody put on like a fucking Volkswagen or something. Little Beetle or something.
The Skyfly says.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Izetta,
you
Izetta
are-
didn't look anything like that.
New desk system.
Justin, you are 100% correct. I've just found it, and it's a custom car made by a John Barrett.
Oh, was that a Barrett?
Yep,
He's the guy that did the Munsters car, right?
I think so. Yeah. Weird how many times it's been used in memes. I don't think this guy on Facebook will be alive anymore. He used it and said, when your wife needs to get her ass in the car." He won't be alive
Barris. George Barris.
anymore.
Yeah.
Are you looking for like a laptop, Joel, or like an actual? You want a new desktop? Okay.
Bubble car Barris. I'm not seeing. Was it an Izetta that was modified? What did you look at? How'd you look it up, David?
I use Google Lens.
You reverse image searched. Okay.
Yeah.
So the manufacturer is Barris.
Yeah, it just says it was made for custom made for or by John Barrett.
John Barris.
Barrett.
Oh, Barrett.
B-A-R-R.
Okay. Okay.
E-T.
George Barris was Barris with an S was the one who made the Munsters car. So
Yeah.
Barrett. Barrit or
E.T.
E.T.
E-double-T.
Barrett bubble car. Well, now it's bringing up Barrett Jackson auctions for
Isn't that the way Google works?
That's
bring up-
not a bad price.
John Barrett bubble car.
Justin, he said both are probably just a desktop. Desktop.
Hold on. This one's for. I mean, the prices of things right now. This one's not a bad price for what's in it. Check that one out.
Oh well, I can't find it.
Ooh.
My gas fireplace went out and I had to go buy another butane starter.
Got the Ryzen 7 5700X. And it's got a 550 gold. Which is
There's a
fine,
57 Izetta right there.
only running a 46.
I actually saw an Izetta in Webb City just the other day. I pulled out of my subdivision and this thing pulled out on the road a little bit further down and just creep going up the hill. But I was late for an appointment, so I didn't go back. But I was like, so it's fun seeing those still on the road.
It's pretty cool.
Joel, that's not a bad price for what's in that desktop. Because I mean, if you bought that GPU and the CPU by itself, you'd probably be at like $600 and some change. So that's not a bad price. And it's got 32 gigs of DDR4.
By Donald.
Let's see what the GPU and that CPU are going for just by themselves. To Ryzen 7 5700X. You're looking at
I was gonna ask Paul why he had to go buy a new one. He didn't have one. He must have lost his password.
about 128. Yeah, so you'd be looking at about $700 just for those two by themselves. Because the GPUs are up in price a little bit. I mean, granted, it is only an 8 gig card, but it's fine. It's got the faster VRAM in it anyway. That's what I have, and I don't have no issues with it. It runs all my shit just fine.
You're pretty girl. You're a beautiful girl.
Therefore, I'm not laughing because you're broke. I'm just laughing what you said about Joe's favorite drone.
Wait a minute. Who's talking about
See? You went and had Joel buy a shit ass drone when he could have been buying a PC on your recommendation. Wow, ridiculous. Damn it.
If you listen to Paul, you're wrong.
I wanted to spend Joel's money, not you.
And Joel, if you bought a Neo, you better send a bill to Paul.
Wind's picking up.
No point sending it to Paul. He's got no money.
I'm telling you, I'll never fly a Neo over water. Don't do it. When I did it that one time, I almost lost control of it when it told me all the sensors were off.
I had to remember how the hell to start the lighter, start the fireplace.
But you
it's
forgot your password?
Everything's down low. You got to push the button at a certain location and hold it. And
So you
Yeah,
said you
Joel.
forgot your password to light your furnace?
yeah,
Yeah, Joel, I would
I thought
say
it'd be pretty simple. Turn the gas on, light the match, kiss your eyebrows goodbye.
well, here's the deal. It's one of those kind of gas fireplaces that's got grates on the front, and you gotta put the thing in there, and then you gotta push the button and hold it, and
yeah, Joel, if you went and built that particular computer with the specs that's in that,
I hate to say it,
yourself,
Paul.
you'd probably spend $1,200 easy.
Yeah.
So that's not a
But-
bad price.
Yeah. Paul, I'd hate to say it, but I think the Flintstones had a more modern fireplace than you.
yeah, and I got an electric fireplace over there I never use. I don't even know how to turn it on.
I would highly recommend you don't switch that on. Electric heating is a fucking expensive way to heat.
It is.
See that's an
Very
electric
expensive.
fireplace down there on the end.
Yeah, and you see that on top of that fireplace? You turn that heater on, that's going to melt.
Oh no, that's not the case.
You don't want no heat near that screen.
It's the
Hey,
fucking
Paul,
hoarding
to turn the
issue he's got
electric heater
around it.
on, you plug it in.
No,
Is
it's
that what I
the,
got to do?
it's the hoarding piles
Plug it
he's
in
got
and
stacked up around it you got to worry about.
Yeah.
You plug it in.
Yeah, but what
I'm
it
gonna
needs to
I'm
know.
gonna go down and check it.
Oh God!
Mm.
Watch it be plugged. Watch it be plugged into and then plugged under his table.
We're just gonna see a flash in a second, a fireball.
Uh-oh. You're gonna see him go fly
Stop walking.
backwards.
Stop. Go lay down.
Watch, Paul Parisser's gonna be passing the screen backwards. All black.
Every gas fireplace I know, you press a button, hold it while you light it. Every one of them.
Yeah, no,
Oh, yeah.
because it sparks.
'Cause
But,
you got-
None of them have electric
but that-
start or like automatic
I-
starters.
I
It
got
might
one.
have,
With,
but
Yeah,
you
they
didn't
have a
remember. You don't have his password.
I got one with
well, you
the
have to press
push
the
button.
You press the pizza button to
What do you mean he doesn't
create
have
the
a
spark, but you have to hold it in until the pilot light is lit.
Hold on, what do you mean he doesn't? What does him remembering his password have to do with that?
Well, he forgets his password
He
with
was
everything, so he
joking.
can't sign
Wow.
into nothing. So
He's
maybe he got a
you gotta
password
have
on
a
that too.
password to his fucking fireplace.
He might. You never know. You might think he does.
Yeah, that's right. It's got an application like everything else these days.
Yeah.
It's got an app that controls it.
It's a smart app.
Yeah, mine, you
You
turn
ne-
the
you never
gas on
know.
and you press the button, just like the
You
It
see?
barbecue.
makes everything harder than it is.
You see, my gas heating has a smart app. I literally can turn my heating on from anywhere in the world.
Oh wow!
I don't know why I would need to turn it on from anywhere else in the world, because if I were in Australia, I don't need to turn the fucking heating on.
Got a drink, handsome man.
Can you pass me your
Well,
passport?
there
set it
would
up?
be a reasoning for that if you were trying to control the
Come right
temperature
here.
for a specific reason.
Well,
In your house.
you
Better
can
come here.
you can switch
Better
it
come
on
here.
before you leave
Better
work,
come
and then
here.
your house
Better
is
come
warm when you get home.
Get over inside.
Well, what I'm saying is, like,
Sit.
say you had particular plants growing in
Better
your
come on this
house
side.
that had to maintain a certain temperature.
Yeah,
I could
we're,
see
we're
a
not
use
that
for
way inclined, Justin. We don't do them sort of plants.
It works.
Well, there's some people that literally have indoor like gardens in their houses
You know
where they
what,
grow
Joe? It's got an
tomatoes
on
and
and off
stuff. You know,
switch on it.
I figured it had something like that. You know.
What we
I've-
want to know is it plugged into them plugs under your table?
No, it's on it's on the same circuit. Yes.
Oh Lord, it's going. Everything's getting ready to go.
yeah, it's fucking old
Jesus.
wire and tubing circuits running through his walls.
Knob and tube.
I can't believe they even allow you to have that. How they have not outlawed that and forced you to update that. That is
Well,
crazy.
you know, it gets kind of hard trying to find those little screw-in circuit breakers.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised they even allow you to use that system anymore, and they don't force you to update it. Yeah, I would think that'd be a fire hazard.
But you got an old fuse system.
Yeah, where you have to literally
Oh, Lord,
screw in the fuses.
Yeah, the little round fuses that screw in, and they got a little wire in there that pops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What he hasn't told you is every fuse is connected together as one.
I can't remember the last time I saw a fuse.
No, we have the little switches that you have
Yeah,
to re-trigger.
No, you always just used to put a piece of cigarette paper, the cigarette
Oh,
foil
yeah, I remember
across the contacts. Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
do
remember
that.
that.
You used to do that.
back in the day.
Ed's getting nervous. He looks like
Oh,
he's
you
getting
see-
ready to go somewhere.
You stick a copper penny in between it.
Me no.
I-
Yeah.
Actually, he's getting ready to get his drone out for when your place goes kaboom. He's going to see it from where you are.
Well, if
Yeah.
Ed, if you run into anybody that wants to buy a good Zoom, I got it.
A good
For
zoom.
Zoom.
A flip. I mean, a flip.
I was going to say.
Oh Lord, help
Fuck
me.
is a Zoom?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, what kind of drone is that?
Wait, I can tell you what a zoom is. We're on it.
Well, there was a Zoom. There was a Mavic 2 Zoom.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, I told him on Rodney's show this morning. Somebody was talking about the flip. And I said Paul Murray in Port Huron has a flip, and I gave him all the information.
Oh,
So they
good.
got it out. They had it out there, but nobody texted you, I guess,
Nobody jumped on it. Yeah.
because Dennis was talking about his. He loves it. You need to get back on Facebook.
Yeah, but I
Put it on
can't get
Facebook.
on.
You gotta have to find a way.
Well, because these computers are all such that they got their own. Even though you might try and bluff it to be something else, they know what it is when you turn it on.
It's
Right,
amazing
but
how the hackers can get on Paul's Facebook, but Paul can't.
Yeah.
Hey, Justin,
What?
can you just make one up for him, like with a different email, like make up an email?
No, I don't know how to do that.
Oh, you're just bullshitting them.
Well, if I
Yeah,
were
but-
him, I wouldn't want to do it either.
Look, like I said, we should just make him one up, get it all up and running, give him the password, and tell him if you need to change it, Yeah, we'll set up 2 set verification, and you have to go through Justin.
Well,
So-
why you guys
Hey,
picking me
Justin, you're
for
being
everything?
nominated for everything, buddy.
Yeah, I
I'll
know.
tell you why. I'll tell you why we nominate you. You're a sucker for punishment.
Justin, can you believe you said that?
Actually, I can.
That's your
Come on.
girlfriend's favorite future husband.
My
Wait, what?
girlfriend.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
How
Oh
do
yeah,
I?
he and Laura have this connection.
No, no.
Laura calls and he goes,
Laura is like a little sister that annoys the piss out of me.
yeah, but whenever she's ignoring you, you pay attention.
No. Paul, this is the thing, right? I thank Justin from the bottom of my heart, right, for taking over and giving me a fucking break.
Yeah. Laura's little sister girlfriend is getting married.
Laura's little sister's girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said that. He confused it.
I'm all confused over here.
He's trying to stir up some sick shit, but he can't do it because he's messing it up.
Trying to stir up
Oh,
some
Do you
sick
think,
shit.
do you think this is the fucking Beverly Hillbillies?
Yeah. Think he's in Alabama or something.
Granny up in the
Yeah,
back of
check
that
it
truck.
Oh, that's why I told him to get up with Johnny because he can't get on Facebook. Because Johnny runs that Facebook thing to sell drones.
Oh yeah.
To see if he would help him get it put on there at least.
Yeah, but honestly, you guys can't do that, or
Look, we can set up an email address, we can set up the Facebook and get it all up and running, give him access to the email thingy. The problem is he just won't listen. What he'll do, he'll go back to a shitty old browser, right? I reckon, right, we could actually set everything up for Paul, give him all the passwords, even write them down on a fucking big
here's
screen.
a better idea, Dave. You guys go online and sell my flip, my Zoom flip.
Paul, have you even prepared for the fact that you only have a few months before you got to update your computer?
But I got to update what?
The
Your
computer.
computer.
Windows 10 ends in October.
Well, I'm on Windows 11.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
You're on
Yeah.
10 because David AZ rolled your computer back for you and locked it so you couldn't update it no more.
Yeah, but
Remember?
not only that,
I keep getting updates all the time.
No,
Yeah.
those are security updates, but those end in October, which will leave your computer very vulnerable once they stop doing the security updates.
Well, it
You
can't be
talking
any
about-
more vulnerable than I am. I'm
Oh,
living the
yeah, it
life
will,
of vulnerability.
Because the hackers are going to go absolutely ape shit the day that Microsoft stops supporting it.
no.
They're going to be looking for
They-
every vulnerability in that thing.
Microsoft security updates, yeah, even though they end in October, apparently they're good until February, when the first
Yeah.
quarter of next one comes out, first quarter, because the end date is the last update, big update for this year, and then you've got the next update, which is like every 6 months. That's what they said it's good for.
I still wouldn't trust it though.
Oh, I wouldn't
Because
trust it, but
if you look at
what I'm
the
saying is,
their security,
you know, your
updates-
security software, like your Microsoft and Norton and that, and your Windows
Defender is what you're talking
Defender, yeah, all them will still work and be guaranteed up till the next big update next year.
about. I still wouldn't trust
But
it.
I wouldn't. Like I said, I'm going to go to Windows 11 now. I've got the software, and just
He does need an Apple. Al, I've been saying that for a long time. Because Apple keeps you from being able to do a lot of stuff that, like, especially if you're not very tech savvy.
Yeah, but Paul doesn't eat fruit.
see Paul started trying to put it down the
You
garbage
can get-
disposal. It's an apple.
He'll get the latest update. It'll be caramel apple. It'll be like
Candy apple.
Android. Be like Android. They name all their fucking updates after candy.
Candy apple, nutty apple, yeah, all that stuff.
No, I've been saying that for a long time, Al. I think Apple is definitely really good for people that aren't tech savvy because even Android phones can get you in trouble if you're not careful because you can sideload shit on there. You can do all kinds of shit. You can go into the like the main software of the phone and switch shit around.
How do I tell what software, what system I'm on? Software.
On your computer,
Yeah.
you're on Windows 10. I know for a fact. I was talking to David.
Well,
the day
how
you
can
did
I
it.
how can I see that? Can I is that listed under settings?
Yeah,
Yes.
about
On your about
Take
section?
tickety boo.
Go into settings, scroll down to the bottom. It should say about.
But like I said, I was on the phone with David the day he did it to your computer. Because you accidentally went to Windows 11, you got all pissed off. David came into your computer, rolled it back to Windows 10, and went into. He did something and locked your computer so it couldn't update anymore.
No, TJ,
Why you didn't
you
like
don't.
Windows 11?
Because it was just different. Because Windows 11 is vastly different as far as just the way the menus are laid out and where you find things.
Yeah. But anyway,
It's different.
TJ, you don't have an Apple. You have an Apple phone, and you have an Apple iPhone because it's an iPhone, and you have a Mac computer. Right. You see where it says security and update?
Where?
No. not
Down
if
at the
he's
bottom.
got
Update and security. Down.
not if he's got on a
Yeah, click that.
what's it? Not if he's got a MacBook Pro.
You're up
You
to
see where it
date.
says? Yeah, you see where it says? Oh, there you go. OS build
Windows 10.
build information.
He's on Windows 10.
See,
Let's
that's what
see.
mine
Yes.
says too, right
Get
there.
ready
Yes.
for 11. What?
You click that. You see where it says check hardware. Don't do it because it will rush off and start fucking around. But you click that, and it will tell you if your computer will run Windows 11.
Well, what I'm saying is, I know for a fact AZ shut the update system thing off in there to where it will not allow his computer to update to Windows 11. He did that on purpose because Paul kept clicking it and updating it. Like I said, I was on the phone with David the day he did it. So,
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
David.
TJ.
Hey, David, mine has the same
Yeah.
message.
Well, if you click the check hardware requirements, that will
Yeah,
tell
but-
you if you can have.
but I know like I said,
What
he
the
has
hell?
a cumulative update for Windows 10 right there. that he
I like
hasn't
how
done.
Zoom he clicked it and Zoom went, "We're not going to show anyone this. Fuck off. We know what's going to happen here. No, pack it in."
Yeah, Zoom's whole AI system with deciding what's
Did I
sensitive
click on get
information,
Windows 11?
it doesn't do a very good job.
I wouldn't recommend it right now, Paul.
I don't know. We can't see what you're looking at because Zoom blocked it.
And I wouldn't recommend it.
I don't think he can, from what David told me. I don't think his computer will allow him to do it because there's certain shit you can shut off in your computer to keep it from updating to the next OS.
Mhm.
And David did it for that specific reason that Paul likes to push buttons.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you just push one. You saw that?
Anyway,
I mean, YouTube just
Honestly,
I
you
probably
just-
won't be
For fuck's sake.
alive when Windows 11
honestly,
is required.
all you need to do is just
Oh,
take
you will.
all those computers, junk them, and buy yourself a Mac. Be done with it.
Yeah,
See,
just
that's
just leave it alone until Windows 12 comes out, and then you can update then.
that's what mine does.
But you do have an update, Paul, that needs to be done because you have a cumulative update that needs to be finished.
Is that you, Ed, that we're sharing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just click that check and it will tell you. But like I said, for Paul, I'd be careful.
He can't anyway, Jody.
Oh no, Blackpool are getting big.
I like Windows 11. I don't understand what everybody's big beef with it is. I ain't got no problems with it. That's fine. Granted, yes, you have to relearn like some of the menus and where shit's located, but other than that, it's not a problem. Because that was the main problem me and Sean were having when he was helping me diagnose a few problems. He's on Windows 10, so he's trying to tell me where to. Well, go here. I'm like, it ain't fucking here. So we're having to figure out the menus of where shit was located.
Yeah, it doesn't tell me much.
But like I said, there's a couple settings too. If your computer, if it does meet the requirements, but it's not allowing you to update, there are a couple settings in the BIOS that you can change, and it's not hard to do. And it's one of them's a security setting. You have to do a 2.0 or higher on it, and it will allow you to do the update once you do it. So I told Tim was wrong with, I'm pretty sure that's what it's up with Tim's computer, but he's too scared to go in there and mess with it. So I told him, I said, well, next time Ari's down there, you need to have him look at it and see if he can do it. Because there's no reason his computer shouldn't be able to update to Windows 11. His computer's only a few years old, like 4 or 5 years old. It's not that old. And it's got a lot of newer stuff in it. Like literally his tower's probably the oldest thing in his computer. Of his actual computer, because he's updated stuff over time. Oh yeah, I was gonna say he said Facebook Messenger out, but you don't see anything. I don't know. Did you send him a link, Dre? Because Facebook has been blocking certain links, even though there's nothing wrong with them. They've been flagging links as different shit and not letting it go through.
Morning, Dre.
That may have what you ran into a problem with if you
Morning,
sent
Dre.
them a link.
Next week. We all gotta go to the vet.
They flagged some of my links as viruses, and I know damn well there wasn't a virus in the link.
Good doggy.
Not hard to do. Famous last words when the computer shuts down. It isn't hard to do. Oh my god, sound like a mini Tim. Be honest, like the BIOS looks intimidating and sounds intimidating the way people describe it, but once you actually get in there and learn what everything does, it's really not complicated at all. It really isn't. The only thing that can get complicated is like if you're trying to change like voltages or anything like that. Like if you're trying to do a like a manual like say you're trying to manually overclock something and you got to change voltages manually, then that's when it can get a little dicey. You got to be careful. I mean, Jason's been doing a good job learning stuff, just doing it on his own. A little bit of help in the chat from people and reading up on stuff. It's really not hard to learn.
Few rivers today.
I'd actually be curious to see what the inside of Paul's fucking computer looks like. But that bitch is dirty. You've never opened that thing up and cleaned it, have you?
No,
But those fucking fans are caked with dust.
Then they have Boston cream in it and everything.
Yeah, I've seen. Oh my god, I've seen so many videos of people's PCs after like 7, 8 years of not opening them. And oh my god, dude, the amount of shit in it, I don't even know how that thing was still running.
well, this computer I'm on right now, I've had that for almost 8 years. But what I did is to keep it from getting dust inside, I covered up the vents.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, now you're just playing dumb. There's no way. Uh-uh.
Well,
No.
that's the way where you get all your crap in there. You said.
No,
I just do what you and
would've
Joe tell me to do.
You would have fried that computer already. No way in hell you covered the vents up. Joe, tell him. Stop with all that bullshit.
He doesn't learn. He doesn't learn because he doesn't want to learn.
You have just a basic ass office computer, huh, Paul?
Oh,
Like
they're
an
towers.
Office tower.
It's an Acer. The one's an Acer, and this one over here, I don't know what the hell this is. It's an HP.
They got
Tower.
disk drives on them.
I don't know.
Does it have a little door that opens up? You can put a CD in.
Yes, yeah.
Oh yeah, those fucking things are old. I was actually thinking about doing that on my computer.
And hey,
At
come here.
one point, I was thinking about like where the fans are up in the front. There was enough room between the top fan and the bottom of the top of the casing where I could actually slide a disk drive in between there, and then just Dremel out on the front panel the slot for it, and then slide it forward in there. I was actually thinking about doing that at one point just to have a disk drive if I ever needed it, but I decided not to do it. I don't feel like messing with it. Because the little disk drives you can get now are pretty compact.
Yeah, I got a little.
I know I want to get one still just to have it though, because there has been a couple times where I actually needed a disk drive, and I didn't have it. Because there was one time Sarah's mom had a CD that had some medical, what was it, like X-rays, pictures and shit on it that she got from the hospital for her medical records, and we didn't have anything to put it in to check it. She wanted to print them off or something or another. They had all her medical records and X-rays. Do what?
Just get a USB one.
I know. I'm going to. I just always put it off. One of those things.
They're not expensive, like in the
No.
$20 range.
Yeah, you can get them really cheap. It's one of those things I always think about getting, and I just never think to get it when I have the money. So, like,
For that price, you can get one that does Blu-ray as well.
like Sean recommended those wheels to me, like almost 8 months ago or something, and I just kept putting off getting them. And then finally one day I was just like, I'm gonna get them. Now everybody's buying them. Randy got a set. Corey got a set. Jason got a set of them.
I haven't bought one. Not yet.
And I got my Cosmo robot coming today. I'm gonna play around with him when he gets here and see if I can.
Is that what you called? Is that what you called your sex robot?
Haha.
Oh. Boone had to go out again.
Now I got the full setup pretty cheap, but he said that he couldn't get the Wi-Fi to click in on it. But I know how to factory reset them, so I don't think he knew how to do that because I asked him seller and he said he didn't know what I was talking about. So I don't think he knew shit about him. And he bought it and it didn't work.
Yeah. So what's
He
it
didn't know
supposed to
what
do?
It's the little, the little Cosmo and the little
Yeah.
the little
Them,
Cosmo
them
robot.
Amazon things.
No, they weren't Amazon. They were here, I'll show it to you.
Because there used to be a dog one, didn't there? An Amazon one.
Yeah, but this wasn't made by Amazon. This was made by a different company. But yeah, right here. Let's see here. The little robots that, and he picks up the blocks and stacks them and everything, and he's got a fucking attitude problem too. These little things got fucking attitudes on them. But you can program these, like you can do Python and actually program them yourself and everything.
Yeah.
So they're fully codable. You can do all the coding and everything on them yourself.
So
But
what
the
you got? What
guy-
you training it to do? Pick up your clothes and take it to the wash machine.
No, the thing's literally can fit in the side palm of your hand, dude. It's what it is. It's literally like a little desktop buddy that hangs around on your desk, and he'll wheel around on your desk and stack the blocks, and he'll fuck with you and shit. Like I said, they have little attitude problems.
We need to
I
stop
had
you
one.
there, Justin. It's a little robot buddy that may be able to roll around your desk, but to any normal person that has a proper desk, that's a usable desk that is used, right? It ain't got no room to roll around.
Yeah, unorganized, fucking
Yeah.
unorganized chaos.
Well, it works.
No, but the guy that I bought it from didn't seem to know anything about him, and he said he didn't know how to start it. So, but I know how to factory reset them and everything. So, because I had a Vector, the other one that they made, they had another one that was an all black one. His name was Vector.
Vector.
Someone's getting a call. Anyone know an electrician? Nah, sorry, I only own gas ones.
Yeah, I know one, but he lives in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
I don't think that's
It's not
anywhere
close.
near.
No,
I don't think that's anywhere near East Coast.
my brother-in-law. He came in to check a wire in my house one time because, like I said, I was putting in a ceiling fan, and everything was completely perfect. And I touched another wire and like to come off I came off the chair. It knocked me off the chair. And I said, what the shit I hit? Like this. My teeth were hot. My hair was sticking up. My teeth, I had longer hair at the time. My hair was actually kind of frizzed, and all my fillings were hot. And I
Go.
was saying, what the hell? Like this. And I'm looking
Yeah.
up there and I'm touching everything and I'm not finding anything hot. But this one wire was hot. And I said, what is this? So we got Philip to come down. He looked at it and he goes, yeah, whoever wired this has a pigtail. It's running all the way through. It's hot the whole way. That runs everything off of it. He said, it's an old way of doing things.
But not just that. When you're playing around with electrics, did you not do rule 1? Turn off the fucking electrics at the mains.
Oh, it was off. That's what I'm saying.
Then
It's
how
a hot pigtail that runs through. It's an old way they did it, long time ago. The house was
What, so
like
it
20 years
bypassed,
old.
so it bypassed your fuse box?
Yeah, it ran a hot wire all
Jeez.
the way through. And he told me, yeah, it's a pigtail. He said, unless you rewire it, you can have that hot wire all the time. He said, you just got to make sure you don't touch it.
Criminal offence over here to wire something like that. That's to go through the fuse box.
Yeah, we checked it in every socket. It was running across the main area of the kitchen through the hallway to the bedroom. And it was
Well, that
one
was a
wire.
fire hazard waiting to happen.
There is an easy way.
As long as
So
you got power
technically-
coming to the house, that stays lit.
Yeah. So
But it stays
there is
lit.
an
But
easy.
wait, it stays lit but it's got something to it that if you have your light turned off or you turn your light on, as long as there's okay, it always runs to the fuse box, but when you lose power, it loses power.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
Well, let's just say that electric shock probably saved your house.
Lighting has two live wires, a live and a switchable.
Yeah, but the way he explained it to me, it was 20 years ago when he explained it to me. But he said it's a safe way they used to do it that way. They changed the way they do it now. They told me. He said, but this is the way they were doing it. He said it still works. He said just got to remember if it's got a pigtail in it, they call it a pigtail. If it's got a pigtail in it, you don't touch it. You just stay away from it. And I reached up and just happened to brush it. And I brushed it. I was standing on a stool and went down the stool. It knocked me right down the stool. It knocked all the lights out too. It hit the circuit when it did it. And I just went, doop, doop, doop. My wife comes in and she goes, "What's wrong with you?" And I went, "Oh, my teeth are hot." But my attention,
Did you just say it knocked all your other lights out?
well, it knocked the whole string of
Whole
lights. Like I
circuit.
said, it ran one string of lights.
Yeah, I get
Everything
that.
on that circuit was knocked out.
But you should have, once you turn your power off at the mains, then there shouldn't have been any lights on.
Well, that room was turned out. That's what I'm saying. That area was turned off because I couldn't hit the switch. I double checked it, but that pigtail ran all the way through the kitchen and ran into the laundry room. So the kitchen and the laundry room and I think it was the den was on that pigtail. The light was on in the kitchen. The light got knocked out in the kitchen.
Yeah,
It knocked
and
the pigtail off.
I'm guessing you don't have the little meter thing that tells you if there's power going through.
Oh, I did, but
All you
when
have
I was
to
checking,
all you have to do is
when I was
point it up.
checking,
It'll
wasn't
tell you if
showing.
there's power.
It was telling me I had no power coming through, but I wasn't inside. The pigtail was completely wrapped, and it was in the back section, and all the wires were coming out of the pigtail. But the pigtail was still hot, but the wires weren't hot. It's just the way they did it. I said, "Man, that's crazy." I said, "I wish I'd known something. I never heard anything about it before. I've had two people tell me, yeah, they've known about it, but I never knew about it." But that was,
Yeah, but only one of the lives going to your lighting circuit is fused. The other one isn't.
yeah, like
Well,
Philip told me, he said, it wouldn't kill you. It's just gonna get your attention.
yeah, but wiring, like electrical wiring back in the day was janky as shit. Like these
Yeah.
days, it's a lot more, it's a lot more advanced and everything. But yeah, like
I
shit
can
like
see
Paul has in his
guys.
house.
I can see why you guys only use 120 now.
Yeah,
But
look
like,
under Paul's desk, and we know it's janky mean.
but like the wiring Paul has in his house, that's some janky ass wiring.
Paul, does your electrics work? Then tell Justin to shut up.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like the type of wiring that's running through his walls isn't like high grade insulated wiring like today.
No.
Like that shit
That's
could
called
catch fire
knobbing
a lot
too.
easier. No, I'm talking about just the wiring itself is not up to today's standards. Like today, wiring has a lot of insulation, rubber coating around it. Like it's super insulated, but old
Yeah.
wiring.
Yeah, and what's that foil it has going around it? That's right, aluminium.
There was some old wiring that didn't have anything around it. It was just sitting open in the fucking walls.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And
that was-
people's houses would catch on fire all the time back in the day
Yeah.
because of that.
But
Yeah,
that's what
the
extinct.
wiring.
But that's what extinct the dinosaurs.
Hey, Justin, the wiring going through Paul's walls are called a wing and a purr.
Winging a prayer, yeah.
Yeah, Ed, you didn't see underneath Paul's desk, huh? You've never seen underneath Paul's desk. Lord
Dude,
help me, I don't know how he still got a house.
Dude, he's got like 10 power strips daisy chained into one power strip that's plugged into the main wall.
Huh?
Yeah,
And every fucking plug just about has something plugged into it.
Oh,
here you go. Hope you got pants on. Look at that.
Dude, I got one power strip running to the wall that has something like 5 or 6 things plugged in. That's it. Oh, nothing
But-
daisy chain.
Well, that's what I have on mine here.
Yeah.
is a
The
power
max I use on the power strips is 4 plugs. If it's got 6, 2 have to be switched off when
Now,
because I won't go over 13 amps.
I've
now
got
I do.
a 10 socket anti-surge one, me.
Well, mine's a 7. I think it's 7 socket anti-surge, but I have it plugged into an extension cord going to the plug down the wall. But it's a heavy duty construction extension cord. You know, it's not a little
Yeah.
one. It's a big heavy duty one. That's for like doing construction work and stuff. But I have to do that because there's no plugs near my desk, so I have to run the plug along the wall to the back of the dresser and plug it in.
So
But
now
that's all
what you're saying is do as you properly should do, not as you do, right?
Right. Well, what you should
Yeah, right.
remember when daisy chaining, yeah, you should always make sure that the fuses in your plugs that you've plugged into that daisy chain don't exceed the fuse in the last socket in the wall. So if you've got a 13 amp plug on it, yeah, your fuse, all the other items should not exceed 13 amps.
Over here, OSHA tells you not to daisy chain any electrical stuff. Like when I
No,
worked at
no,
Walmart,
no.
we weren't
You
allowed
see-
to daisy chain anything.
Yeah, well, actually, the
Oh,
fire
the
brigade
smokes.
actually told us daisy chaining is actually safe. Yeah, as long as you don't exceed that 13 amps. Yeah. So,
Yeah, but
because
your average
if-
person's not going to know what they're exceeding and what they're not, though. They
Yeah,
might
but
be just plugging in a bunch
But
of.
what I'm
random
saying is,
shit.
if you've got like four extensions, yeah, and you plug them all in, so you just plug one into that, one into that, one into that, yeah, and just daisy chain it along. As long as that last one doesn't exceed 13, and then the rest of them along don't, you're fine.
You're asking
Yeah,
a lot there. I'm not even sure Americans have got fuses in their plugs.
No, we
Oh,
don't.
sure. Wait, you don't have fuses?
No, we don't.
No,
in
we have-
Canada, we don't know.
No.
Okay, so we have breakers at
Yeah.
the main breaker
At the
box
box. Yep.
that will trip if any of the plugs do anything funny. And
Yeah,
then
the
we
plugs
do
are
have,
too small to fit a fuse in.
and then we do have GFIs, which are ones for bathrooms. Those have built-in breakers in them. They're
Now
a
that's
little
the
bit more heavy
socket
duty.
though, not the plug.
Yeah.
The
Our
socket,
plugs,
yes.
No,
yeah, all our plugs have to have a fuse
All
in
our
it.
plugs have got fuses in.
Yeah, 3 amp, 5 amp, and 13 amp.
no,
Oh, wow,
because I mean, the only thing I've ever seen a fuse in a plug is there's a few items like Christmas lights will usually have a fuse in the plug. And I've seen a few other things over the years that do, but not generally. No, that's not common. Because if something happens and you get a short or something, it just trips the breaker in the garage, and then you can unplug it and then go in there and turn the breaker back on. And it will.
Yeah, well, ours have the fuse that pops to protect everything else on it, and then obviously, if the fuse fails, it hits the circuit breaker, like an extra precaution.
Yeah, but you
usually-
guys are running more power though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, because we're mighty and powerful, so we need 240.
Yeah, that's
we only run 120 down here on
Yeah.
average.
And the only item you're not allowed to put a fused plug on is your cooker. That has to be wired mains into the wall. But that's
Absolutely.
because it should have on its socket a proper fuse, and it should be hardwired because it takes the full 240.
The only thing that
You can't
normally
add extra to it.
The only thing you
Most-
normally see
Most European countries have only got 110 volts as well. I think we're the only ones that use 240.
well, we
But this
do
is why
use,
we can boil a kettle properly, and they have to use a microwave.
Yeah.
we do use 220, but it's generally on dryers and some stoves. use
Yeah.
220. Yeah, they'll have a big ass plug.
See, I would have
Wall.
thought all your cookers or your stoves and your washing machine dryers would be on 240.
No,
Yeah,
dryers are on 220, but that's generally it. Or unless you get a charge or a Tesla
Cookers
charger.
and
for that.
showers have to have a separate fused outlet.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, what kind of an outlet do you use in the shower?
we don't. You're not even allowed a plug anywhere in the bathroom.
Oh
Well,
no,
you-
I got plugs in all over
You
my
are.
bathroom.
I've got shade
No,
in my bathroom.
You're not
but-
supposed to. Your insurance
don't-
will be void if that goes
okay,
pop.
Well,
okay.
no, it's what's
Yeah.
it?
You don't have plugs in the showers over here. You usually have one by your sink. But like I said, that's a GFI, so
Yeah, but you
somebody
know the
wants
one.
to-
Yeah, so the one next to your sink, is that where you plug the toaster in when you want to have a bath and some toast at the same time?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like JD said he had all the same wiring in his house and he got it replaced immediately after he moved in. Yeah, see, that's some crazy wiring right there. Fuck that. Yeah, no. That would scare me if I was in a house with wiring like that. And it ain't cheap getting wiring redone either. Like getting your
No.
electrical redone.
No,
that
it's
shit's
not.
expensive.
Not now, anyway.
Well, it's actually cheaper over here now because a lot of it runs through pipes and conduit, so you can just slide it in and slide it out.
Yeah, electricians, that's definitely one of the more expensive things to do in your house.
That and plumbing.
Like I don't generally do any electrical stuff, but Sean is has a certification for master electrician because that's what he used to do. And,
Well, we're allowed to do minor repairs, so a light switch or a plug socket. You can't do. You won't be allowed to do the rewiring without a certification. You're 100% not allowed to touch anything gas, and your water should always be done by a plumber.
like well, over here you have plumbers, and then they also get certifications to do
Yeah.
gas as well.
Because
do both.
yeah, I know the plumbers can't deal with gas. It has to be gas safe, and they have to be fully qualified gas safe. And if anyone
gotta get
touches
off.
your, all right, catch you later.
Okay, Joe.
Okay, have a good one,
Yeah.
Joe.
Hey,
Yeah, that
go
thing starts at 11, so I'm gonna get ready to do it.
go
Oh,
get
yeah.
them. Go get them boats.
You were lucky,
Yep.
JD, that
Later.
you
Oh,
had
get them
yeah,
boobies.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're lucky
So,
that your dad and your friend was a
Yeah.
master electrician, because that would have costed you thousands.
Yeah, over here, if you touch your gas supply, so if you try to change the piping on your cooker or try to plumb your own cooker in, yeah, it's a criminal offence.
Well, I would never do that anyway. Fuck that. I'm not messing with gas like that. Is that
Yeah,
the
no,
one for
but
the
people
gas
do.
company? I seen
We've had
some
a lot of
janky
houses
shit.
just disappear because people fuck around. Yeah.
Well, I
No,
ran a gas line out to my garage.
I
You
would
run
never
it.
do-
You run it out, or
You just bury it a foot down and just go for it. You know.
Oh my god.
No, but see, like, over here, yeah, generally, regular plumbers will also, some of them are certified for gas and they do both.
Well,
They'll
they
do
used
water and gas.
to, but they changed it.
yeah, they're not allowed over here.
But like Sean helped me, he sent me to Lowe's or Home Depot. No, it was Home Depot, and he had me get the plug tester and all the plugs, and he showed me what
Yeah.
to get. And then he did a call with me over Messenger, a video call, and then he helped me show me how to do the plugs the
Yeah,
proper
well-
way, make sure I didn't do them fucked up.
One of my friends
fuck
asked
'em
me to help him install a dishwasher, which is pretty simple. Just connect two pipes. But when he showed me where the plug was, right underneath the sink, right next to the main tap, I was like, "Fuck off! No way."
Yeah, they
There should never be a socket underneath your sink.
Oh, I
Well,
got all
see-
kinds of sockets under my sink.
well see the thing is like the sockets that are generally around water, like I said, the ones in the bathroom, they have the breaker built into them. That
Yeah.
way, if you try to do like in the movies and drop a toaster in the bathtub with you, it'll immediately shut it off. So you can't electrocute
Is that after you
yourself.
cooked? Yeah, is that after you cooked?
Yeah, you'd have to run an extension cord out of the bathroom for that to work. But even then, the breakers at the wall, I mean, they would get overloaded immediately, and it would trip the breaker.
Yeah, it's just the
So-
amount of time it takes to get back that gives you the thing. So it literally should blow, but you're probably going to get a good 2-3 seconds of
It might
serious
not.
current through you.
Yeah. You probably would survive, but yeah, you'd definitely be hurting. And that's the main thing you'd have to worry about is it stopping your heart.
I'm sorry, but I don't think you would survive. I think you definitely would be brown bread. Which is Cockney Ryan slang for dead.
Now, if you decided, hey, my circuit breaker failed, so I'm just gonna bypass it and stick a fucking penny between it, then you're gonna be fucked.
Oh, people used to do that in the 80s
Like
over
run
here.
a piece of copper wire between it or something. Yeah.
Mm.
Then you might be fucked. But no, I also replaced the plug in our bathroom too as a GFI, and he showed me how to do that. Like I said, he helped me because I've never really did plugs, and they're not hard to do. I mean, I could have figured it out on my own, but I'd rather, since I had him to help me, I was just wanted to make sure I was doing it correctly and wiring them in the right spot and everything.
Sockets are pretty straightforward, but
I know.
yours are totally different to ours.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally 3 on ours. Well, mine it was just 3 wires. That was it.
Live, neutral, and ground. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just wanted to make sure, like, that if you have the person that knows what they're doing, you might as well use their, knowledge, right? So
Yeah, why not?
So yeah, he helped me replace. I replaced like 7 or 8 plugs in the house because every one of them in this house were like from the 60s, and fucking you'd plug something in the wall and it would just fall right the fuck back out. They were so worn out because they had never been replaced. Like nothing would stay in the wall.
Yeah, I do like the American, these American Reacts videos where they always react to our British things, and they go, "Okay, but you can't pull the wire out if you trip over it, yeah. But if you leave it on the floor with a prong sticking up, you're going to stand on it." Who the fucking hell leaves the plug socket in the middle of the floor so somebody will stand on it?
Well, the wall socket on the floor usually is because they're going to have a lamp there.
He doesn't mean the wall socket. He means the plug.
The pin, the plug
Oh,
with the
fuck that.
pins.
It's got 3 prongs sticking out of it.
You might as well run across the floor with Legos at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Some places you do see some really nice houses will actually have plugs in the floors. You generally see that in like commercial.
Yeah, the
buildings,
socket.
though.
Yeah, the socket's on the floor. Yeah,
Our office used to have that.
Yeah.
With a
You'll
little spring-loaded metal plate that drops down over the top of it if you're not using it.
Yeah, ours generally you'll see in like commercial buildings, it'll just be like a big screw, and you just take a screwdriver and it unscrews out of there, and then the socket's exposed. But yeah, you usually don't see them in houses, but I have seen like really nice houses that had them in like the living areas where you could, like Paul said, you could plug lamps and stuff into them.
Yeah, but the problem is, if you spill some water, it's going straight into that socket.
Well,
you might as well just take a shower with a toaster.
David, what the deal is you don't spill water into the socket.
I mean, they actually made it so that you have to put our electrical sockets above the skirting board now, so you don't hit them with the vacuum cleaner.
Yes. Well, it's not just that as well, because we seem to have been prone to a lot of flooding lately. It's to do with that as well.
Yeah. One thing I always wanted was the built-in vacuum in the house.
Central vac?
Yeah, the ones where you just literally lift the little flap on the wall and you put the vacuum hose in it, and it just goes right to a
yeah, but I know what you're trying to do. You're going to wait for Sarah to start counting her money out. Putting it she puts it on the bed and that. You turn that on, it's like gone.
Because one of my friends' houses and one of my ex-girlfriends from years ago, they had one of those systems built in their house, and it was so nice, dude. You could just
except what you got to remember is it all goes down to the tubes. It goes down to the basement wherever you have the central vac system, and you got to clean that out and clean the filters and everything else.
Well, you got to do that with a normal vacuum.
Yes, but I mean, it's not convenient, you know?
Yeah, but they didn't get the ones that I've seen. They generally aren't small tubes like a vacuum either, so you don't really get a problem with clogging, because they're usually a couple inches in diameter. So, but yeah, I mean that could be a thing too. But still, I wouldn't mind having one of those systems. Because like my ex-girlfriend, when I lived in Kansas, back when I was living in Kansas, her parents lived. They had this like really nice house. I mean, it was fucking huge. It was like a little mini mansion. It had like 6 or 7 bedrooms. It had a basement with a whole like gaming room in it. It was really nice. And they had that whole central vac system. And every single bedroom had its own vacuum. So you just pulled it out of the closet, plugged it in the wall, vacuumed, unplugged it, put it back in the closet. You're good to go.
Yeah, but also you need laminate flooring as well. You wouldn't be very good for a carpeted floor.
No, it was like a regular vacuum head, just with a hose sticking off of it. And then you just plugged it in. And then the minute you lifted the flap up, it would turn the vacuum on down in the garage.
I
And
thought you just
plug the
gonna.
hose on.
I thought you meant like you just stick a pipe on and then it switches on because the water systems over here. If you've got laminate flooring, yeah, you switch it on, and every room with laminate flooring, it will just suck all the dust from one side to the other.
Oh, yeah, I know which ones you're talking about. It's the ones that have the floor
Yeah,
trays built in the bottom of the floor, and you can like sweep shit up to it.
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen those too. Yeah,
That's what I thought you was talking about.
yeah, I've seen those systems too. Like they usually will have. I've seen systems where in like the bedrooms and stuff, it's all just a regular vacuum, but like in the kitchen area and stuff, it's
Yeah.
just one of those on the floor, and you just sweep everything up to that, and it just sucks it in. Yeah.
I'm
Now,
waiting for them. I'm waiting for them to do robot vacuum cleaners that will move your settee and vacuum underneath it, and then put it back in.
I will tell you what though, a lot of those vacuum programs on the mapping are fucking accurate as shit. Like the
Yeah.
one I had, uh, I mean, when you would look on the map after it would do the whole mapping of the house and everything, it would show you every little like chair leg and everything that went around. Like I mean, it was really detailed in the mapping. It did a really good job. I mean, a real good job.
Yeah,
But they are
when
expensive.
you vacuum the house, you move the chair first and then vacuum and put it
Oh
back.
yeah. But it was just crazy how detailed it was with the mapping, though. It was really good. Like every little stupid thing it would go around, you would see that on the map. So you kind of had that idea too, like, is this area not getting clean because there's something in the way? Like it was really good for looking at it and being able to determine that. Like what I used to do is I actually used to just flip the chairs up on the table upside down on the kitchen table. And we just left them up on the table unless we were using them, and because the vacuum would go around.
Got to be like being
Once
at
a day.
fucking school.
Yeah.
End of the day, put your chairs up on
Yeah,
the
put your
table.
chair on your desk. Yeah.
Well, to be honest, we didn't use our kitchen table very often because I don't know, we just don't really eat around the table
Could you?
very much.
Because you had bowls on the floor that you always sat on all fours and just ate out of. Cut down on the cutlery.
But I'll tell you, the ones with the self-cleaning stands and everything where they empty themselves are really nice.
But I just remembered a video, the robot video. Let's see if I can find it.
Like I had the Roomba one with the self-cleaning base.
Yep, I got that. I got a Roomba.
Yeah, that one was nice. I had it for about 3-4 years before it broke. And I didn't feel like
Mine
fixing
still
it.
works. I just never use it.
But what's great about the Roomba vacuums is they're all like every part you can take out and replace. Like it's all compartmentalized. So like you can replace one of the wheel motors, you can replace just the head, Like every little part in it, you can actually buy a replacement part for. So you can switch out each little part if one of them breaks. So you don't have to like throw the whole vacuum out if it stops working.
Right, I won't play the sound file because it's got music on it. But this is cats and dogs versus robots.
Oh, dude, it sucked its tail up.
Yeah,
I've seen that one.
There's one that
Oh,
I really,
damn. He ran up the fucking stairs with it
yeah,
attached to
I
his
like
foot.
this one. The cat
Yeah.
just stops and turns it.
That was slick as shit, though. The cat just hitting it with its foot. My cats and dogs never paid attention to it, to be honest with you.
I
And if it
remember,
got,
I remember seeing one video where the cat was sat on top of it and just riding round on it.
Yeah,
that was the
that's at
one
the
he
end.
just.
That was yeah.
Yeah.
There's my Roomba.
Yeah, good. Send it to me, Paul. I'll use it. Sitting
Yeah,
there
I've got a
just collecting
question for you,
dust.
Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you just switch it on? It just goes round in a little circle because there's no room to go
No
anywhere.
room.
I've never used it with Booner in the house.
No, I wouldn't recommend it.
I don't know. My animals never paid attention to it, and they just stayed away from it. If it got close to them, they just got up and walked away. It was actually very quiet, though, when it was on carpet. When it was on the tile, it was a little louder. But whenever it was on carpet, it was really quiet. But cats and dogs never really messed with it. They just didn't pay attention to it. And if it got close to them, they'd just get up and walk away from it, go sit somewhere else. But I have seen dogs go ape shit on those robot vacuums, fucking start attacking them and shit. They even have Roomba has a really nice one. It's like $1,200 or something, or it might be around $1,000. And it's got the self-cleaning base, but it does mopping and vacuum. So it'll vacuum the whole house, and then it goes onto the hard floors, and it does all the mopping as well. It's all built-in system.
Yeah, that's like the new Samsung Hoover they're advertising. It's got built-in AI. Okay, what does this AI do? It can tell the difference between carpet and a hard flooring. You don't need AI for that shit. They're just putting AI on anything now. The Hoover's been around for years, called Shark.
I've got a Shark.
I don't like the
I'm-
Shark ones.
And 2 Dysons and a Vax. And
The
one of them.
G-Tech ones are shit.
One of them solid metal ones.
See, I had the Roomba with the self-cleaning base, but I also had
Cost a bloody fortune.
2 little Roomba mops, and they would go around in the kitchen and clean the kitchen floor all the time. They'd do it once a day.
How is it called?
They were really tiny though, but they worked really good. They did a good job cleaning. But they weren't much bigger than like a little book or something. They were really small.
Yeah, my stepdad had the G-Techs, and I'm like, if I tried to run that past the bird cage, it'd be full straight away. As soon as I switch it on, I'd be like, done.
Well, that's what's good about the self-cleaning ones is it will automatically just go and empty itself once it detects it's full.
Yeah, self-emptying one. It cleans it up and goes to your neighbour's door and opens the letterbox and goes.
Just fucking spits it all out.
Yeah, it goes back. I
That's
remember there was a video once where one of the robot things escaped from a hotel and it just went on a mad one down the street. It just literally just kept going and going and going. Like short circuit.
I like how the post office always says expected delivery by 9 p.m. and they never get here past 2 o'clock. Right? Or yeah, they
They
always
stopped
are here.
working then.
They always get here way like before 2. They'll never be out delivering until 9 o'clock. I've never seen a post office guys out that late. A lot of times they'll get to like 5, 6 o'clock and they'll just they'll take your shit back to the post office and reschedule it for the next day. Now UPS and FedEx, them boys will be out late, dude. I've seen UPS delivering at 11 o'clock at night a couple of times. And I was like, holy shit. Like one
We have
time
a law. We have a law over here. They can't deliver after 10 o'clock.
well, they're not really, they're kind of, it's not illegal here, but they do warn companies. Like when I worked for the gas company, they used to tell us the minute the sun starts setting, if you're working overtime, you just go ahead and go home. Because they say, you know, you walking around somebody's property at 8 o'clock at night, they might come outside and shoot your ass thinking you're trying to rob their fucking house. Now, UPS drivers, I wouldn't see them having much of an issue as far as that goes because they just walk to the front door, drop the package, go. You know, they're not really walking around the house
Yeah.
like I
Walk
am.
to your garden gate and launch it up the path.
But one time I was, a couple years ago, I was waiting for a package to get to my house. And it said it was coming from UPS and it was during the holidays. And the dude didn't get there till 11 o'clock. I was like, fuck, dude. Because they said it was going to be there at 9. And I figured, you know, 9:30 rolled around, still wasn't there. 10 rolled around. I was like, okay, it probably ain't going to come till tomorrow. Dude knocked on the door at 11 o'clock at night. I was like, holy shit. That was the latest I've ever seen him out. UPS guys, though, they work more overtime than probably any of the other delivery companies.
It might not that they work in overtime. It might that they get paid per delivery,
No,
like they
get
do over
paid.
here.
No, they get paid hourly and they get paid a shit ton of money. They get like
Yeah.
$45 an hour or some shit. It's
Yeah,
a lot.
I think it's Yodel that pays per delivery. So if you've got 200 parcels and you want to deliver 20 of them, you're fucked.
Yeah,
And
I
then
think every do as well. They pay by delivery.
And then during the holidays, the UPS drivers and FedEx drivers usually get a temporary worker, and they're like a helper that rides in the
assistant.
truck with
Yep.
them. And
Yeah.
that way they can both get out and just run packages to the doors real quick. And then try to deliver faster because they have twice as many packages at the time of year. So they get each one of the drivers will help her in the truck. Which is actually good because if you can get that job, position.
You've been taken out, Justin.
Do what?
You broke up then. You didn't get up. You only got, if you get that job, that was it.
Oh, I said if you get the job, it usually will help you get your foot in the door if you get that temp job with them.
Yeah.
So you can possibly get a position. But the problem with UPS, they don't have a high turnover rate because they pay so well. And it's really hard to get a position with them. And they have really good programs like for employees, like they'll pay for you to go to college and pay for your full ride as long as you pass. And it's not with an expectation of you having to work for them after that either. So like you can go to a college and they'll actually pay for your full ride as long as you pass that shit. And they give you time off for classes and everything else.
David,
school
Diamond's trying to
schedule.
send her 14-year-old to us.
That I'm pretty sure that's illegal. You can't just ship kids to other people. You can't just give your kids away to other people.
David, what are you
Answer's
running
no.
there?
That's what I said to her. Huh? David said the answer's no.
Wait,
You
is she
can
over
say
at your
cheese
guys'
or your-
house?
No, she better not be.
Or
What?
is she on the phone?
Justin asked if she was already here with a kid.
Well, it sounded like she was in the room with you guys. That's
Oh,
what
you
I
No,
was
she's
saw
on the phone. Yeah.
asking.
Oh.
Yeah, she's on the phone.
Hi, Justin.
Actually, the force he's gonna get with my foot kicking it up will literally make him trouble yours in 5 minutes.
You guys finished?
Yeah,
Okay, bye.
I'm going to the other room. I'm going to make food.
Sorry about
Good looking to see if there's any sweatshops and want any kids. Might be illegal, but
Huh.
just don't tell anybody.
I'm surprised at how many people ask us if we want their kids. It's like, is there a sign above my head that says I want kids? Right? If I wanted kids, I'd get busy with it. Right? I don't want kids. It's not happening.
Or it's like when you send your kids to somebody else's house and they're like, "Oh, they were a complete angel."
Yeah.
What fucking kid are you talking about?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
won't mind.
Yeah.
Yes. No. What drugs did you give them on the way in?
I swear, dude, you could have the most badass kid and they'll go to somebody else's house and act like a fucking angel.
Yeah.
And
Laura's nieces and nephews, when they used to come over, used to do that. They'd be fighting like shit at home, and then we'd go and get them, and they'd come here, and they was good as gold. Not a fucking peep from them.
That kind of reminds me of Kevin and Perry.
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah, my kids will go over to my sisters and act like fucking angels, but my sister don't fuck around either. She slap the shit out of them. They start acting up. My
Yeah,
sister
but
don't play.
That's
She's
frowned
worse.
upon. Yeah, it's frowned upon over here though.
My sister's probably worse than I am with the kids. Like if they get out of line.
Well,
No, you could.
your sister used to
No,
whack the shit out of
the
you,
thi-
didn't she?
The thing is corporal punishment is technically not illegal in any state in the U.S. It's when you go overboard and literally beating the shit out of your kids. But you can spank them. You can give them a light tap in the back of the head. But yeah, you can't like just fucking wail on them, obviously, and leave bruises and shit. But there is a form of punishment that is legal. That's physical. But like I said, you just don't. Like I said, you don't. I don't agree with people beating the living crap out of their kids till they're black and blue or nothing like that. But I don't disagree with the light spanking or
I'd love
teenagers.
to know how the hell that came up on my search. I'm searching eBay for vacuum cleaners. Still MS18 petrol chainsaw. What?
Right.
What does
Yeah,
a petrol chainsaw have anything to do with a
No.
vacuum cleaner?
What's considered a light tap on the back of the head? Dusty said.
Yeah, a baseball bat.
Tell you when you get teenagers, that head looks a lot nicer.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I told my sister last when we went over there for that barbecue. I told her, I said, "Man, Kelsey reminds me more of you than she does Sarah." And she goes, "Why?" I said, "Because she's a smart ass like you." She started laughing. I said, "She's fucking mouthy too." I said, "She reminds me of you. She got more of your attitude than she does Sarah's." But see, Sarah's like that, but Sarah's not like super confrontational with people she doesn't know. But my sister is like very confrontational. Like she won't hesitate to get up into a stranger's face. Like, and that's the way Kelsey is. Kelsey does not care. Like, if you come up to her and you start fucking with her brother or sister, she'd be in your face in 2 seconds.
Why have you managed to get it to work?
Yeah. I didn't think it would. Now the question is,
Can you do it to your phone?
yeah, can I do it to my phone? If this works, you know your Samsung tab you're not using?
Yeah.
Gone.
No, it isn't, because that's what I want it for.
No, shut off. This is my idea.
Oh, here we
What
go.
is it? No,
You only found about it because I read about it yesterday.
No, you didn't.
what is
Yes.
it? Like an app they let
No,
you download?
No. Oh, wait up. You can't.
Why?
You ain't got Windows Pro.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
I got
Yes,
Windows
I
Pro.
have.
You won't have.
Right. If you've
What
got, if you got, right, if you've got a Samsung device,
Right.
yeah. If you go into settings and turn on second display, yeah, and then go into your display settings on your computer. You can use it as a monitor.
Hold on, I'm about to track. So I got a Samsung tablet sitting on my desk right here. And
Make
I
sure
got
it's up to
Windows
date.
Pro.
It becomes a wireless monitor, doesn't it, or something?
Yeah, it's not on. It's not on my phone. Bastards,
David. Hello.
Laura.
Look. Other side.
Yeah,
Well, you can now use it.
Oh, I know what you want. Like.
Hold on.
I've got my tab to do with it.
Justin has a small piece.
You know what would be great though, if you could still access your files on that monitor, on that tab. You know, just drag them into the computer.
Welcome to the bird lady.
What was
Ow!
that? What was that, Laura? I heard you say something a second ago. What was that?
Welcome to the bird lady.
Look.
There you go. I'll put you on.
That's what I was
Just
like,
in.
welcome to the bird lady.
Justin, shut up.
What was
Ed,
that?
shut up.
You know when I put this? You know when I went to McDonald's and put this on the thing, it
Yeah.
never worked. You wanna know why?
Why?
It's fucking turned off in my settings.
No, it didn't work on mine. On mine switched on. Mark, shut up.
Right, I can link it to Windows, but it's not that.
Paul, you're making too much noise. None of them are.
Phone's keeping me busy.
What?
What?
Eh?
What?
Yeah, I haven't turned this tablet on in a couple months, so it probably needs an update.
Ba-dum.
But when nobody really uses it though, because
Ba-dum,
This is-
ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
Sarah uses it every once in a while as we're watching movies or
No, I don't think
shows
you can
on
use it.
You naughty boy!
Do you have to download something on your computer
No,
though
no,
for
the
it?
witch is
No.
done.
Or is it just pop up under wireless devices?
Mine just pops up, but it does tell you
That's
you
naughty
can.
boy.
What's he
Will you
done?
tell her to be quiet?
What's he done?
Well, he got a mouthful of cockatiel feathers, so does that give you a clue what he did?
Mhm.
I didn't
Uh-huh.
understand anything she said. She said,
No.
Justin, shut the fuck up.
She was
Oh.
saying one
Oh,
of
I
the birds,
understood that one.
one of the
Yeah.
birds attacked the cockatiel.
Yes, Bluey. Oh, saw him.
Drop it.
May you translate that into English, please?
I said Justin has a small pee-pee.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Yeah,
Justin,
how would
what do
you know
got?
that?
Justin, what do
Sarah
you got to
told
say
me.
about that?
Yeah, you definitely have been talking to Sarah then, because she ain't never complained.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know you've been doing anything. That's why.
Justin, what do you got to say about that?
I don't need to defend that.
Oh, older devices you have to use Samsung DeX. So, like your smartphone has to be use Samsung DeX. But
You are in trouble, little man.
Justin, how come Sarah's out telling everybody you got a sore pee-pee?
A sore pee-pee?
Where do you get the saw from?
I don't think she said sore. I think she said the other way around.
What, not sore?
Ball.
She said something about S.
yeah, you see, Sarah's never complained to Justin because she thought it was in the terms and conditions they were just in.
Uh-huh.
What?
Mhm.
You didn't get what that was?
Justin,
No.
Just in.
Mhm.
Just in your mouth, that's what it'll be.
Justin,
I was
you're on
waiting.
Fortnite today.
Do what?
Are you going on Fortnite today?
At some point. I'm
What
waiting for
for?
this. I'm waiting for this Cosmo to get here so I can play it, mess around with it, and see what I can do.
But I want to kill you on Fortnite.
I want to kill him full stop. What are you talking about? Oops, said that out loud.
It's not May the 4th till tomorrow.
Yeah, but Star Wars is already in it.
It's crap.
Yeah, the other update's not till tomorrow, right?
I'm not too sure.
Let me pull up Fortnite,
Someone
so-
said that there was new guns coming into it today.
Gonna
Well,
be on.
it's not asking for a update, so
I've not had an update either.
I just opened it and it's not asking for one. So
What are you on about? The tab or the?
no,
Fortnite.
for the Fortnite, I'm still waiting for this slow ass tablet to turn on. Which takes forever.
Jesus Christ! What tablet you got?
It's a Samsung Tab Lite, I think it is. It's a little bit of an older one. I bought it for Aubrey about a year or so ago because just for her
Oh,
to
it should be.
watch.
Oh,
It's only a
Yeah.
year old. It'll be fine.
No, but it's an older model though. I got it real cheap when I bought it.
Do me a favor. Just
I
bring me your-
literally just got it for her to watch like Netflix and stuff on, but she ended up getting a new phone, so she doesn't really use it anymore.
I don't know where it is actually, David. Where is it?
So is Sarah got you scheduled to go to the doctor for your sore pee or what?
Under the bed on me.
Sarah works with all the doctors, Justin. You should be able to go and get checked.
No, I'm good.
Well, the rash should clear up soon.
Good grief.
Oh,
Down the crib.
Justin getting his sort of PP sorted.
A USB,
Oh God!
I'm
USB
actually
charger.
You know, we have had a really good shot today. He's been bouncing along, along the road, and Laura come along and took it straight into the gutter.
Well, no, what Laura came along and told us what sprung up at home. Or didn't spring up at home. I don't know.
I don't know what you were listening to.
All I heard was small peepees.
So, Justin, is it better or is it getting worse?
I have no idea what the fuck y'all are talking about.
Well, Sarah told Laura about
Sarah didn't tell Laura anything.
it. Laura, did Sarah tell you about it?
Where is
Laura's gone to the other room now.
Ah, she's checking in with Sarah.
Damn it, turn back on.
Seen that one?
You don't.
Why
I
did you
can't read
adopt
that.
a
It's so
dolphin?
fucking small.
Yeah, he says a dolphin. Why did you adopt a dolphin? And the other one, and then the dolphin above goes, Dad, those pink things are following me again, and it's a person trying to swim with dolphins. In other words, he's adopted the dolphin to lure the people in for food. I don't think they're that intelligent, to be honest.
What?
Dolphins are, but dolphins don't eat people.
So, Justin, what are you up to today?
You're seeing it.
Well, it's the weekend. Don't you usually play games all weekend?
He plays games all the time. What are you talking about?
Let's see here. Settings.
You just pulled down the thing. You know when you got that list of buttons? and it should say second screen.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna make sure it's up to date first. I had to hook it up to the new Wi-Fi because it hasn't been turned on since we got it.
Isn't it great, right? I turned Laura's tab on and it's got the same PIN number as mine.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you have exactly the same.
Okay, it's up to date still. So, all right, where do you go now?
So you pull down this from the side,
Uh-huh.
and then you pull down again. You got all them little buttons. Laura's tab is so slow. And not screen mirror. This is link to Windows. Don't think it's on this one. Might not be on yours.
Display. Be under there.
You go into settings.
Trying to figure out where it would be at. Maybe advanced features. It might be under the labs thing.
Yeah.
It's usually where they multi-window.
No, it's not that one.
No, that's not it.
Fucking hell, there's like 9 million fucking notifications on the damn thing.
It's not remote support. That's not it. I wonder if it would be under connections because it's a wireless. No, I don't see it under there either. Or connection settings. I wonder if it'd be under tethering.
Oh my fucking god.
Under there.
I wonder if the thing ain't fucking working.
Connected devices, maybe.
Like 900 fucking apps all loaded up.
Android Auto. Let's see that.
Right, on my tab, you pull down the screen, and it's in the second side. It's got use a second monitor. I've got a feeling this is one thing deck.
No media out. That's not it.
Yeah.
Well, guys, what do you think?
I don't know. I'm trying to find it.
that might be a problem if you can't find it.
So you're talking about the little slide down menu that has like
Yeah.
quick share and all that?
Yes, and it should be in there, second monitor.
I don't have that.
Apparently, it should be on every tab that's from 2001. But I am really not finding it on Laura's.
I'm not finding it either. Maybe there's an app you have to download for it.
Yeah, maybe. Just
Oh,
do
let
a
me go.
Google search for your tab and see if it comes up.
Oh, let me see. Use Samsung. I'm gonna check Google real quick and see if there might be maybe there's an app on the App Store you have to download for it.
Laura, how many fucking notifications do you need? Jesus Christ. I'm trying to type here and all I'm getting is fucking Laura's notifications.
For PC, you'll typically use a tablet second screen feature, which allows you in the PC's display tablets. You can also use an app like DeskLink or Dessen and Do It Display. So there are some apps that you can download that already allow you to do it.
Yeah.
As I'm not seeing it, let me go to the App Store. I want to see if I can download it. Let's see here. So there. Do it display. Let's see. I wonder if these are free though, because it doesn't say they're free. I don't want it if I have to pay for it. I'm not that interested in it. I just want to try it. Do it display, install. It doesn't in-app purchases. Tab display.
Your software is up to. You just said there was an update, and then it come up saying your tab is up to date. Then clearly not. Download.
Install a tab on more devices available contained ads and app purchase.
What I'll do, Justin, I'll have a play around and see what I'm thinking. Because, like I said, I got this one working straight away.
Yeah,
I haven't
my
installed it.
tablet's all up to date, and there ain't nothing in the settings. I've been through all the settings. I don't see nothing in there for that. Maybe it's too new of one for that, but I don't know why they wouldn't just make that across the board. Doesn't make sense. Let's see here. Welcome to tab display. Let's see what this is. Wow. I don't care about that. Okay, please connect your device to the same Wi-Fi network and enter the code from your device. Do I have to download it on the computer too?
No, my Windows just ring it. Connect to wireless display.
Okay, let me go here. Wireless display.
No, I don't think it works on the older ones.
Okay, hold on, let me see here. Because they might have it on the actual Microsoft store, the same app, and then you can just connect it through there. Let's see here. What was the name of that app?
Tab this is now. Laura, what tab is this?
Tab display. Let's see. Don't see it on here. Okay, well, what was the name of the other one? Please connect your device to the same Wi-Fi network and enter the code from your device. But how do you get the code though? Does it? That's the only thing that makes. Go back to the App Store. Let me see. Do it display. Let's see if that one's on.
Are you still online? Okay.
Okay,
Laura,
so they
the
have
tablet with so much shit, I can't get anything.
they
done.
have a wireless Microsoft display adapter app. If they have that one. Microsoft wireless adapter app.
Smart view. Go to settings. About smart view. Tap 5 times on smart view icon, then allow tab and second screen.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay, Jason and David, I'm going to leave you guys in charge.
All right.
That's all right. Jason's not here, but Justin is.
Yeah, just gonna changed his name.
Okay, I'll make you host, Justin.
Catch you later, Paul.
Okay, bye-bye.
See
Good
you
luck,
later.
Paul. Have a good one.
Yep, you too, Ed. Thanks, Mark. David, behave yourself.
Always.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's in Smart View.
It's under Smart View.
Yeah. Show your tablet on TV. Watch your tablet. But it's not. Into Windows and something. Smart View. Smart View.
Wireless display adapter. Okay, let's get
Oh, into Windows. Is that it?
Let's try that.
No, that's not it. Samsung Dex. Won't be that one either. Right, so apparently they're hiding it. So it works. Yeah, right. No. Someone's done a video, so let me watch the video.
Use the second screen feature on the Tab S6. I also have used
Yeah.
Come on.
You're not gonna fucking pop up for me. Seriously.
Right.
Fuck off, Outlook. I don't want you. All right. Let's go and open this up. Searching for wireless display adapter. You actually have to have an actual physical adapter. I think you do. I'm not sure. Hold on, let me see.
Right, this guy's talking. Right, this guy's talking shit. Because what he just said you have to do is not there. It's in, apparently it's in Smart View and you've got to click it 5 times.
In Smart View.
Well-
It's kind of like the developer options.
Yeah.
Smart
Well-
View. Where is Smart View at?
I'm trying to
I
find
thought I saw that again.
Smart Switch, Smart Things. Not in that. In that one. No.
Smart View.
If I look down, it'll be in that one. S Pen, multi windows. Motion against this. Manager. There's no such thing as Smart View anymore. How the hell's Warren not got Smart View?
Thought I saw that somewhere in here.
Yeah, I did a search and it came up.
I wonder if it's under the developer options.
Oh. Oh, I see. Right. That's listed on TV. Other devices. Settings. Okay.
Damn it, so I want. Fucking tablet is so janky. That was might have been smart things. I was thinking I saw.
No, it's yeah, but it's definitely if you do a search, Smart Views definitely should be on there. It's hidden.
I did do a search and I didn't have nothing pop up.
It's definitely installed on here. So but this guy says you go to a Smart View.
Yeah, I did a search in the settings and I didn't find anything under Smart View. Smart Switch, that's the only thing that pops up.
Yeah, I've got a Smart Switch.
Saw that.
No.
I wonder if that's something you have to. Let me hold on. Let me go a little back to the App Store. Let me see.
If you go into settings, you know the little magnifying glass.
That's what I did. Nothing's coming up under Smart View.
I wonder. Let me go to the App Store. The Samsung one. That's the one. You've got to agree to the terms and conditions. That's nice. And then you closed it down, you fucking stupid piece of shit.
Yeah, it's the
Menu.
only thing. Gotta update the Galaxy Store. Hold on.
Yes.
Smart.
No, I can't find it. Oh, there you go. Smart View. No, that's usually used. Why is there shitloads of fucking apps?
It says smart things. That's the only thing I'm coming up with on the top of the search. Everything else is just screen mirroring. Like for casting your tablet to like a TV.
Yeah, but I've definitely got Smart View because it's definitely installed, so got it. But it's not showing up the feature this guy said. So maybe it's turned off. Must be not on here. There you go. Samsung have got a thing on it. Ow. What tab have you got?
Hold on. I'll tell you in a sec.
Because it's not going to work on this. It's going to be S7 upwards.
I have Galaxy Tab A7 Lite.
A7. It says S7
Uh,
or higher. That's just typical.
oh well. Fun to play around with.
I'm sure there'll be a third-party app that'll be able to do it.
I saw some on the Samsung thing, but it's asking for a code, but it doesn't tell you where to fucking go get the code from on your computer. It just says connect to the same Wi-Fi network and put the code in. Okay, where the fuck do you get the code?
Oh, I've seen that code. Because apparently it's the same code for everybody. And it says the code is hash 00 RTSP00.
Hold on. It's what now?
Hash.
You can't even put a hash in. This is for tab display, the app tab display.
You should be able to put a hash in.
No, it doesn't allow you. It's only numbers. That's it.
Oh, well, this says hash 00 RTSP00.
But there's an app that's called Tab Display for using as a display from your computer. But the only directions it says is please connect your device to the same Wi-Fi network and enter the code from your device. Okay, where do I go get the code from?
Good question.
Because nothing's popping up on my computer. So, and that app doesn't exist in the Microsoft store. So the only thing I could think of is maybe there's an online, maybe you go through the browser and do it.
Yeah.
Let me, tab display. Let me look up and see. Maybe you have to download it off the internet. Oh yeah, there is tab display. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a Windows install. Okay, hold on. That's what you have. So you have to download that from the Play Store, tab display, and then you go to their website and download the thing for it.
Right, so go to the Play Store. Get out the Samsung one. Right, Play Store. What's it called?
Tab display. I'm installing it now on the computer. And then you can go to their website and get the
Jesus Christ, Lord. What do you mean there's 87 apps to be updated? Fuck off. Shouldn't do anything on here.
and that. Connection code. Okay, it gives you a connection code.
Right.
Okay.
So, tab display, portable monitor, yeah?
Yeah, and then I put the link in the chat for the online. Because what it does is it gives you like an IP address code.
All connected. Do you have to download something on your PC?
Yeah. It's the same thing. You just I put the link in the chat for the PC download.
All right.
Try this. Yep. Hey, hold on. It just said it. Hold on. Waiting for screen. Oh, dude, it works. I got a fourth screen now.
So, absolutely.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Not what I've started.
Okay, let me go to my.
Can you do me a
display settings.
favor?
What?
That link you're on about. You have to get. Can you just send that link to Laura and tell her to download it?
Yeah, it comes up as a fourth display in my settings now.
It's weird how it's built into the this Samsung, but not built into this one. But by getting the software, I can get the app and I can turn my phone into a monitor screen now. So I've got a 32-inch monitor, 34-inch Samsung tab, this Samsung tab, my smartphone, my old smartphone. Oh yeah, it's going to be like the International Space Station here.
I just wish you could do it horizontal. Those are way too.
You'll do that in Windows settings, won't you? Wow, it's taking a long time to fucking download.
Here we go. Portrait. Let's go to landscape. No, that didn't do anything. That just made it small. Flip.
I didn't even rate it now. I haven't even fucking used it yet. Fuck's sake. Please connect your devices to the same Wi-Fi and enter the code. Yeah, I will do. But Justin posted the link in the chat and now fucking 9 million people are downloading it.
Yeah, well, even you can't change it in the settings. It just keeps it at the same, no matter what you put it on. 'Cause I wish
At least it
I could
acts
do
as a second screen.
I wish I
Oh,
could
you
do
know
it
what? Laura, you're starting to do me.
landscape,
Where's settings? Right. Screen timeout. In here somewhere. Display. I need you a minute. Not screen. There you go. Screen timeout. Why is it not a never? 230. No do. Each screen no more viewing. No do. Right, now pack that in. Jesus Christ. That one. That's got to be the slowest under the 37 MB that is fucking ever downloaded on a fucking 1 gig fucking.
Well, my
Oh,
screen's
oh,
not turning no matter which way I switch it, even when I'm on the regular tablet. Well, I need to go to displays and see if I can switch that. Maybe that's the problem I'm having.
Did it take ages to download for you?
No. But I got really fast fucking internet too.
Yeah, so have I. I downloaded the Windows one. It's not completing. Let's connect that. Right, we're back on tab.
Security, location, safety. The fuck is that under? Oh, management.
Windows protected your PC. Microsoft Defender Smart Screen prevented an unrecognized app from starting.
Yeah, I just ran it anyway. Fine.
More info. Run anyway. Just pack it in, you fucking stupid.
It always does that when you do a random.
Yeah.
But you
That
can actually
last-
you can turn that shit off too.
Yeah, no. Last night it wouldn't let me install Classic Shell on this laptop, so got a right argument with
How do you-
Microsoft.
I don't have that setting in my pull down menu to where my screen will turn sideways because it doesn't seem to be wanting to turn sideways on any.
Should be in rotation, shouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's not there. Where would I go to
Dunno.
find that in the settings? Because usually it's in that drop down menu.
Yeah.
It's not there. Hold on, I think I can.
Welcome to tab display. Yes. Right, here you go. Windows
There
Defender.
we go.
Fucking allow it. Jesus Christ. What are we doing if I don't want it to allow? Bit of time. Oh, connection code. Duh. It's only a 3-digit code.
It doesn't have a screen lock
Okay.
on this one? The fuck?
Oh my god. Why is there an advert?
Because you have to do the paid version if you don't want it. But it's just a little tiny small ad bar at the bottom. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I don't have a screen lock in that drop down menu, even with the apps I don't have in it. Available buttons. It's not there. The hell? That is weird.
Did you send that link to Laura?
No, I didn't. Because I'm still trying to figure this shit out.
Right. Now the next question is how do I fucking get out of it? Goodbye. Bye. 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 Goodbye. Laura, I can read all your fucking conversations here.
Please
She's
accept
fucking.
connection.
She's actually linked everything to a tab, so I was getting all the text messages and everything on this tab.
Tab display.
Tab display one she wants, and then I need to put that on the main screen. Why do you fucking Google? Where's the link? Yeah, it did. Right. So that website. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm. Oh, okay. I see where you can change it now. Landscape. There you go. You got to change it in the settings when you first connect on that screen where it tells you put the code in. Yeah, put it in there.
Right. So I've got it to work on here, but excuse me. The next question is, oh shit! I forgot what the app was called.
Tab display.
That one. Right, here you go. Let me see on my phone. Right. Oh, fuck off. Oh, you've done an update. Let's go now. Mobile. No, no, no.
Hey,
No,
did
no.
you say goodbye to your daughter?
Yeah, where is it asking to connect though? It's not asking on there.
No, what things to do. Pull that down. Smart view.
Why is the tabs?
Smart view. Smart view. What's the amount on the settings? About.
Okay, connect. Okay, now I got it in the right landscape. All right. Now it says fork display and landscape. Ah, I like that. That means I can walk to my bed and use the computer. Which I could already do with the that remote desktop, but it's not like an actual screen. You have to zoom in on it, which is kind of a pain in the ass. Because I can already control my computer from my phone.
Yeah.
So it's not that great because you're
Yeah, I'm not using it on the phone. Because I'm gonna have to download that app.
But yeah, when you go to first connect it, when you're in there where you got to put the code in, you have to go to the settings icon right there on that screen, and you can put it in landscape if you want to get it out of portrait. It's changing it in the computer doesn't do anything.
Yeah, right now I've got to fucking remove that app now off my Windows, so I don't need it. Not to brag, but my device comes with it. What do you mean a deleted control panel?
No.
Programmer features. There you go. Why is it Microsoft Edge is always the fucking top on the list? No matter what order you put it in. You really want me to remove it? I'm more than fucking happy. Yeah, have you used Samsung's Dex, Justin? That's pretty good. Wait up again. God damn it. What do you mean you're taking it away? You're taking a fucking piss. Right. Right. I clearly had it working on this tab. Now it's gone missing. What the fuck?
Well, Villa beat Fulham. Everton drew with Ipswich and Leicester beat Southampton.
My wire. Got a wire brush for the drill, so you can clean these weights off for Thomas.
Mhm.
My
Mhm.
sister gave Thomas some hand weights, but they're a little rusty, so I had Sarah grab a wire brush that I can hook onto the drill just to clean them off. Get the surface rust off of them.
And they've got loads of them.
I didn't have any, and I actually needed one once before, so I was like, we might as well just go ahead and pick one up.
Various different sizes and shapes, come to think of it.
Right, it's starting to piss me off now because I just
What'd you do?
And Portsmouth drew with
there it
Hull.
is. If I, you know what, Samsung are pissing me off. Apparently, you can't reconnect back to the tab for 3 minutes.
What, on the tab view?
Yeah, when you're doing it through Samsung.
How the fuck they put a limit on it? Time
Oh,
limited?
fucking no. He took it away, and then all of a sudden it was back again. So
There gotta be some reason why they did that.
there you go. Ta-da! Only slight problem with it.
Well, you finished 20th, Dave.
Yeah, no.
Hull drew.
Yeah, it gives me 19, 1920, 1080.
Let me,
Use the whole fucking screen now.
Blackpool 141.
Did they?
Yeah.
It's really responsive. There's really no latency. I'm sure there would be if you were gaming or something, but latency seems pretty damn good on it. Although, like I said, I do have a fast Wi-Fi connection too, so probably be a lot worse than some other people's Wi-Fi's.
Well, like I said, if you're using it, when you're gaming and you want a second monitor to keep an eye on what's going on.
Yeah, like on your chat or something.
Yeah.
Shit, last night I almost needed a fourth monitor. Fuck, dude, I was monitoring my chat, Jason's, and Anthony's chat.
Well, I've got another 32-inch monitor in the cupboard, and I'm thinking of getting it out. Because what more do you need on your computer than two 32-inch monitor, two 32-inch monitors, a 44-inch monitor, and then a Samsung tab?
I got two 27 inches in that little 7-inch screen, but I usually use that for just to keep my temperatures on, but I can use it as a third screen if need be.
That might be a problem. I think I may have just permanently turned my tab into a monitor. Oh shit! What happened?
You should still be able to swipe up on the menu bar at the bottom, right? Here.
No.
Get out of it.
Oh. Well, I never.
And you think they would warn you a couple times before you turn that on. Hey, this is going to be permanent if you turn it on, you know.
Oh, cool. Awesome. So I can actually have it like you just said, because with Samsung, you can swipe it up, use all your apps, and then when you want the second screen, you just swipe up and press the tap back to second screen.
Yeah, see, I don't, I could, mine doesn't come up with that.
No,
Yeah,
it's
but that-
because I'm doing it through Samsung. But my issue is I set it up, yeah, and I unpinned the little menu thing at the top instead of dragging it across. And no, I don't. No, I don't know. Oh, there you go. Disconnect. Right. Reconnect. There we go. Keep it pinned. Don't. Something went wrong. Yes. I guess you did. What do you mean the device is no longer available? Hmm.
Are you off?
Oh, it's got security feature. So if you disconnect, yeah, you can't just reconnect in case someone's trying to hack you. Change projection mode. Oh, what's this?
Can you run that through a mobile network or no? Or does it have to be through Wi-Fi on the Samsung one?
Through you have to be connected on the same Wi-Fi.
Okay, because I was gonna say that would make sense if you could run it through a mobile network. Because like say you left your tablet on the bus or something, and somebody picked it up, started fucking with your computer.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna drop off here.
All right, catch you later.
Have a
Yeah,
good day.
yeah, you see,
Later.
you leave your tab on the bus and suddenly your Pornhub turns up on the screen when someone nicks your tab.
But
They're
it
sat there
makes,
going, what the fuck's going on here?
but it does make sense that you wouldn't want it to reconnect without permission
Yeah.
first. I mean,
To be honest, I think I probably use Samsung Dex more than I'd use this because with Samsung Dex, I can transfer files between the computer and the tab back and forth. But like I say, it's good to know it's there. And now there's only 5 watching.
And can you attach it to your new laptop
Yes.
so you get an extra screen with the laptop?
Yeah.
see, that would actually be better to use it with a laptop, because then you could just toss that in your laptop bag with your laptop when you go somewhere.
Yeah. When you connect
give
it
it-
to the laptop, because they're the same type of processor, you can move it back and forth.
And what you do is
Yeah,
get-
Donald, we are still on.
and what you do is get yourself a little tripod with a tablet holder.
Oh,
Pop
mine's
that and
got
the tablet out.
Yeah, mine's got a case, so it stands up anyway.
Like that's yeah, if you got a case with a stand, but if not, you just get yourself a little tablet holder with a little tiny mini tripod. And if
Yeah.
you were at like a shop somewhere and you were setting up to work,
You
for a
can
little bit,
actually 3D
boom.
print a clip, yeah, that you can connect second tab to your laptop. It clips to your laptop screen, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
you just slot your tab in.
Yeah, they have ones you can buy like that too. They also have ones that you can buy for regular monitors. And you can snap like a extension screen or something onto it.
Yeah.
I've seen them, yeah. Cause they have that one double screen that you can buy that attaches to your laptop monitor and then it folds a screen out on each side. So you have like triple screens.
I
So
have
if
seen
you,
sized. Yeah.
yeah, they're like
Right,
little
so
12-inch screens or whatever.
apparently there's an option to connect your tab to Windows. But I've not see it. Link sharing, is that it?
You can do
This
the
app was built for older version of Android and might not work properly. Okay, well, don't allow then. No, don't allow either. Don't allow that. Don't allow that because I'm gonna fucking install it, you dumbass.
well, you could just do the are you just trying to do like remote desktop where you can have a computer with it?
Yeah.
Just do remote desktop. Just download that from the App Store and then you just connect it through Windows.
No, Samsung has its own thing so you can connect it to Windows. It must be in settings, I think. Right. Oh, link to Windows. There you go. Enjoy calls, texts, and messages and more from your computer. Sign in. Sign in. Is this
Like the
you?
phone,
Well,
like the
duh.
phone link.
Yeah.
I like phone link.
But this one will be constantly linked, so
Phone link is if
allow
I don't have
link to Windows to take pictures and record videos.
what I like about phone link is I don't have my phone on me.
Right, you're all set. Here we go. Help us improve. Fuck off.
Just have a virtual phone virtually on screen.
We didn't have anything, and it just kept on breaking up.
Use Bluetooth. Right. Well, how the
Yeah,
fuck
can
do
you
I
hear me
link
now?
it to? Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah.
No, I said I like phone link because I can have my phone on the charger, like I over at my bed, but I can have my phone virtually on the screen and do everything through my phone.
Yeah.
And then like if you want to do like a presentation on how to do something on the phone, it's really good for that too, because you can share a screen like on Zoom or something like I do sometimes to show Paul how to get to a certain setting. And you can just display the phone itself.
Add a PC to connect with your device. Okay. Turn on sync now. Well, duh. Right. Add a computer. I have a QR code on the PC. No, because you didn't tell me I needed to do something.
You
To
got to
connect
pull
to
that up
your
on your phone.
device, open phone link by going to www.aka.ms phone link.
Just put phone link in Google, it'll pop up. I actually think they have it on the App Store, Microsoft App Store.
I try not to download. There you go.
Some computers will actually come with it already in there. Because like my computer, I didn't have to download phone link. It asked me if I wanted to connect to it.
Well, that's what I mean. It's supposed to be built in. I don't want to get Windows 11. Fuck off.
That was one of the things that asked me when like whenever I reinstall my Windows, it will ask me, do you want to connect phone link?
Yeah. I know it's on here because
just go to your menu and go to the search engine and punch it in, see if it pops up.
Oh, weird. PC
Because I run the
settings.
Microsoft repair tool every 6 months or so. I'll run it
Yeah.
just to realign everything I might have fucked with when I'm in there messing with shit. Because I actually like downloading programs and playing with them and seeing what they can do. But sometimes you fuck the computer up doing that because you'll set different settings and shit.
Oh, is it the remote desktop you use? You think you were talking about?
Remote desktop is different. That's where the computer will display onto your tablet or your phone, and you can actually control it.
Open mobile device settings. Enable or disable phone link. Allow this PC to access your mobile phone. Well, duh. Download and install. Really?
Because the
You
one
couldn't
good
just
thing
install
about
it?
good thing about the desktop one is you don't have to be on the same Wi-Fi. You could be out on the bus, and as long as your computer's on, you can go on your computer. Like say you need to look something up real quick, like you know, and it's only on your computer. You could pull your computer up and actually control your computer while you're on the bus going down the road.
Yeah. Freak people out.
I showed some of the
Uh,
kids on the bus one day. They were asking. One of the kids was asking if he could control his computer with his phone. I said, "Yeah, you can use it." I said, "Just do the desktop connection." And I showed him mine, and I said my computer was on, and I showed him how you could go around and control the mouse, and you can pull up programs and. Because sometimes on the bus, I'll be on the bus and I'll pull up my webcam just to see what the kids are doing if they're in my room fucking around.
turn on phone link.
And then I'll actually talk to. There's been a couple of times where I couldn't get a hold of Aubrey, and she was on my computer, and I went on there and I pulled up the search bar for Google and started typing in there what I wanted her to do. Knew it was me.
The fuck is this?
Well, can't you control us with it? So you could just talk to them.
Where's my microphone?
Well, at least not that I've found, but I haven't really ever tried that. Although that's something I could play around and see if I can figure out how to do that. I'm sure there is.
Sign in. Yes, that's me. Sign in with biometric.
Oh, I'm gonna try to download that on my. Let me see if I can download the tab display on my phone. Or actually, let me see if my phone.
Allow Windows access to your photos. Well, duh. So I'm trying to set up this phone link. Yeah, and it went allow Windows connect to your device. Fuck. Oh, here we go.
Let me go to.
What the hell?
No, I don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that.
Tab display.
My sugar level low. My phone's beat telling me my sugar's gone below 4.
As a device.
I can put it on my phone too.
I have a QR code.
Mine.
Done.
Well, I've got.
You're all set. Continue.
I've got a quarter of a cheesecake in the kitchen. I suppose I can always go and eat that.
Why not?
First world problems. Deciding what snack you're gonna go eat.
Well, yeah, my glucose has just gone below. Well, it's down to 3.9, so my phone's just gone off to say my sugar's low. Because I've got that Libre 2 sensor on my arm.
Right now, I wonder how accurate those things really are. They seem to be pretty accurate.
Yeah. They actually, when you put it on your arm, you use an applicator and it fires it onto your arm, and it's got double-sided sticky so it sticks to your arm, but it actually pushes a needle down in as well. And then when you take the applicator off, the needle comes out, but it leaves a filament down inside your arm under your skin. So it picks up the blood sugar levels from that.
Right. Finish settings and notifications. Open settings on your mobile phone.
It has now
and
dropped to
unlock your
3.8.
device. Toggle to link to Windows and click allow.
And it actually takes a reading every minute. So you end up with, like, I'm looking at a 369 hour graph of what my sugar's done over the last 9 hours. And over the last 3 hours, it's dropped from 11 down to 4. So it went up to 11 when I had my dinner, and then my insulin's brought it back down again.
You need permission to display your mobile phone screen. Allow mirroring. Oh, duh. Okay. So, just going to mute myself a minute. Just I'm going to ring you.
All right.
Unlock your device. Well, no.
Sake. Oh. Computer's running at a cool 43 degrees Celsius.
That'll do. Right, guys, I think I'm going to... now I've linked everything to my computer that I didn't want to link. Now it's all linked. I think we're good to go.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna jump off.
Got a monitor screen I didn't know about.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna take a little break for a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, everybody on YouTube. Justin's going to shut it down, but I'm going to say goodbye to you all. Paul obviously said goodbye. No, he didn't. Paul just left earlier. Yeah, we'll see you all on polls later.
All right, everybody. See you later.
Yeah, good one.